Yes, May. Almost there, I'm almost there. Sorry for leaving you for a second. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm feeling a lot better, and it's probably because it's gonna rain, and I really like rain. So, uh, my name is Kabu, and today I also wanted to look cute. So, today it's probably just gonna be a single chapter that I'm gonna end up playing, which is gonna be chapter 12, Plane of Vigrid. We ended up doing the end of the Deep End of the Sea, and I ended up finishing Void Heavens and Diane's Soldier. I think I pronounced it correctly. I seriously don't know. It's always a problem with very specific words in English. So let me finish grabbing the quick daily stuff. Something for today. Grab this. Finish off the errand. When you reach a specific, you can dispatch elves. I think I already had that unlocked, but thank you anyways, tutorial girl. You're always there to help. Level 51. Oh, right! Yesterday, after I was done with everything, I ended up getting to level 50, and I unlocked some stuff. So yesterday someone had told me about some sort of like system that they had before about divine keys, and when I went into the dorm to be able to do like my expeditions and the errands, I found out that there was this thing, and I was pretty confused because I thought this whole mechanic was completely removed, but as you can see, it's still here, and you can still get the divine keys. It's just that, well, co-op is dead. You get them off this like little mode, and to be fair, the mode is pretty easy. The only issue is that I had to go to at the very least learn the rotation for the couple of characters, the trial characters that they give you here. I had to learn the rotation for them, and I think there's another team. The team of Backbronia. I needed to learn the rotations for them, and I got a couple of like things, but I don't think I can do this because they don't give you any trial characters, so it's a little bit tougher. Maybe if I'm able to get the new character, I'll end up using the whatchamacallit. I'll end up using the new team in order to be able to beat it, because I know the new team is full on elemental damage, and that mode right now has what's it called? An elemental damage buff. That's it. It has an elemental damage buff. I did not see what Aisha wanted me to see. Also, another thing. It seems that we're getting another type of bonus today, or like in this week, and I'm gonna be able to get some battlesuit supply cards, which is really good. We're gonna be getting 1, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna be getting 5 of them, which means I'm gonna have a good chance to be able to get this girl right here, which I haven't been getting like at all. I'm already down at like 20 before the pity, and she's not showing up. So I'm really not sure if I should just wait for the cards in order to like pull her. But it's gonna take a week. It's gonna take a week, and this is done in 3 days. How much can I do in like 3 days? It's not what I want to see. Signing this is a fresh new journey. I'll only be able to get 1. Alright, I don't think I'll be able to wait for the other 4. Maybe I'll just save this for the next character that's gonna be coming out, and or the next good character that's gonna end up coming out, because I really don't have enough. I am getting a good amount of crystals to do like the main story plus the other things that I've been doing. All right, yesterday I also completed the whatchamacallit, this. Oh. Aichan, I don't want to go there. Aichan, I don't want to go there, please. Ah, looks like the pet for this mode is Ai-chan. Nope, not now, Ai-chan. Not now, not now. I was doing something else. So I finished off all the story of Sakura Samsara, and I'm still pretty confused as to what the idea or what's going on in here, because it seems like a full new story. It seems like an event story. It's like something that made it into an event. They suddenly decided to make it like permanent. You know what I mean? But that's a problem for another day. Oh, I also unlocked what's supposed to be this. Now, here's a small issue that I have. Is that apparently my friend told me that this has story. If I start it, I'm gonna start a story. But this has you can gain crystals off of this. You can gain gacha currency from this. And that's the current problem. It's just that I need currency in order to be able to roll to fuel my addiction. But I'm gonna have to end up going through some of like the story from the Lichen Realm. So I also still don't know if the story from the original realm is whatchamacallit, worthy of being streamed or not worthy of being streamed. Just like if there's like some sort of like interest in people from to be able to actually see it on stream, or if I'm gonna end up doing it on stream. I don't even know when I should start it. I still haven't figured out. Oops, still haven't figured out when I'm gonna start Pulse Honkai Odyssey. I'm lazing around in the afternoons doing something else, and rather than looking for when this thing got released, so I can play it like chronologically. And now I gotta look when the Elysian Realm was also released, so I can play it chronologically and see if I should stream it or not. So apparently this is long. I do wonder how long it's gonna end up being, knowing that the chapters have been getting longer and longer. And talking about chapters getting longer and longer, I should really get started on chapter 12, or I'm not gonna be able to finish it today. Rain might start soon. Actually, rain is supposed to start like at noon. I should be fine. I still don't have fiber, so rain's pretty bad for the internet. Yesterday night I had like a couple of like internet problems, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I gotta keep a check on I gotta keep checking on drop frames and stuff like that to see if the quality drops for the stream. Gotta be very, very, very careful. Where's the OBS one? So I can alt tab to it easily. All right, so far so good. Oh right, yesterday somebody also asked me to like check a character, but I completely forgot about it. If you tell me to do something and I completely forget and I start doing other stuff, it is very, very likely that I'm gonna end up forgetting. And it's fine to remind me. It is very much fine to remind me because you know, with so many things happening, like the story and stuff like that, it's just like it's just gonna get completely washed out of my memory. Slowly but surely, it's gonna get eroded out of my memory. All right. So chapter 12. It is 14 stages, so it should be shorter than the last couple of like whatchamacallit, than the last couple of chapters, except for the EX one. So let's find out what's going on in the Sea of Quanta and what's going on now with Bronya. Having incorporated the core of reason, Bronya went deeper into the Sea of Quanta. She then heard some whispers. Undercurrent, world swirl. Deal damage, cast ultimate, take no more than 40 hits. Alright. And we have like the new Bronya, and they give us a trial character. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for giving me trial characters. It feels so much better when I'm playing with trial characters rather than the characters that they gave me, than the other characters that they were giving me on the last chapter. Loading. There we go. Far East border. A few weeks ago, Kolya stood alone at the rooftop of a skyscraper and looked down at the urban nightscape. The meeting should have started 10 minutes ago. He was not here yet. She told herself to be patient. A soldier must find the perfect opportunity to strike. The door suddenly opened. Mm. I still remember that in chapter, what was it, chapter 10? That Einstein found out that Kokoli and Gray Serpent were like talking. Mm-hmm.
説明をしてくれるかしら。
許してくれ、係や。ちょっとした仕様があったんだ。蛇からの命令だよ。
The serpent.
そう、いいわ。で、何をすればいいの？
我々のために開園の目を起動してくれ。君が開園上の権限を手にすることができるのは把握している。
So she was working with Gray Serpent from the start. She was working with World Serpent from the start. And apparently the serpent can still communicate outside of the Sea of Quanta and through the barrier that Welt set up. And she was the one that activated the Eye of the Deep. So even though she was worried about Bronia and even sent Rosa and Lily to help them, she was the one that activated it. The Deep is a classified secret of their organization. Cocolia was surprised that Grey Serpent knew it. She hid her surprise and tried to maintain her air in the negotiation.
それを使って何をする気かしら。
漁師の海の扉を開き、我が同胞を助け出す。
部隊を海援城に駐屯させることはできるけど、海援の目を起動させることはできないわ。名手と彼が最も信頼を置いている人物を除いて、誰もあの扉を起動させる方法は知らないのよ。
1年前、アインシュタインたちが秘密裏に開園の目で実験を始めたと聞いたが。
Yeah, that's when Welt got stuck inside it to block the exit of the serpent.
その実験の裏に何があったのか、それを調べれば君ならできるはずだ。
Kitty. Kitty just went to the litter box. Just came back.
わかったわ。でも、アインシュタインは私のことを警戒しているわ。いざという時には合わせてちょうだい。
We need your help when the time comes.
喜んで協力しよ
う。Serpent suddenly gets louder.
それと、君に貸してほしいものがある。
何かしら？
デザイアジェムだ。
デザイアジェムはそんな安いものじゃないわよ。
もちろんタダでとは言っていない。すべてが終わった後、約束の報酬を君に渡す。君の大事な娘、ゼーレ・フェレライよ。
Didn't come empty-handed. We'll have the promised payment after it's done. Huh. So Grey Serpent was promising Cocolia that Seele was gonna be coming back. So did the serpent look for Seele inside the Sea of Quanta and propose a deal with them to help them get out? And then the serpent told the Grey Serpent about it so that this deal could go through? Though years have passed, Cocolia's heart still missed a beat when she heard that name. Every syllable dealt a merciless blow to her heart.
彼女は消えていない。ただ X 点実験で人類がたどり着くことのない次元に触れただけだ。我々に手を貸せば、我々も君に手を貸す。
The Sea of Quant, present moment.
ベルトが作った障壁がゆっくりと消え、ブローニャは漁師の海へと入りました。ヘビよりも先にゼーレとデザイアジェムを見つけなければなりません。
ブローニャ。
誰ですか？
The strange voice sounded familiar for some reason. Bronya looked around but found that the sound came from the glowing core on her chest. This? So is Well doing the same thing that he did in the second Eruption manga? Is he perhaps? Does he still have the power to keep like his own personality inside of the core?
ベルトさん、よかった。無事だったのですね。
I knew that it was gonna be a little bit too suspicious for him to actually end up dying. But he always does this. He sacrifices so much in order to be able to just like get an advantage on his enemies. He did sacrifice his like physical body in order to be able to create the bear to hold the serpent in place. He's probably really weakened.
君と話せたのも君がコアと一つになったからだよ。
きっとアインシュタイン博士が助けてくれます。だからもう少しの辛抱です。
漁師の海の状況は芳しくない。障壁が弱まっていくのを感じる。デザイアジェムだ。その力が障壁を圧迫しているんだろう。ヘビもきっとその力を欲しがっている。もしデザイアジェムがそいつの手に落ちれば、もう俺たちにそいつを止める術はない。
I can't remember what the desired gem is. Which of the Hershers or which of the powers it's supposed to be granting.
急いで行動しなければ取り返しがつかなくなる。
ヘビは未だ暗闇に隠れています。まだデザイアジェムを手にしていないということです。
行くんだ、ブローニャ。俺の力は世界の泡に散らばっている。それらを回収してコアをより強くするんだ。
Guess we're going back into bubble universes.
リスクの極めて高い賭けになる。だが他に選択肢はない。
My glasses are a little dirty, so I can actually clean them. I always think that my glasses are like sort of like clean until I start wearing them. And there's even times when I wear them and you can't tell that they're like completely dirty until you move your eye into like a certain position or you look at a certain spot and you suddenly just like start seeing like blurry or like something's in the way. Just glasses problem. Alright.
ヘビもデザイアジェムを欲しがっています。この先の争奪でブローニャはヘビに囚われたゼーレに再会できるはずです。この無数にある世界の泡の中でブローニャは必ずゼーレを助け出してみせます。
Right. Seele was only able to... Sele's real body is currently in the Sea of Quanta, and she was only able to like project herself into the bubble universes. So it is possible that the fact of her being able to project herself into bubble universe was because of the serpent letting her go towards the bubble universe that had something to do with the gem that he wanted. So even though she's like currently in the Sea of Quanta, she's probably like quote unquote safe, and we can find her by going towards the serpent.
System 報告。敵境。
Good thing I had already done that realm of battles thing with like with this Bronya, so I know how to actually play as her. At the very least, a little bit. She feels way better than the other Bronyas. Just a little bit faster. All you need to do is just like fill the bar and then use your rockets, and that's about it. And when you get into bike mode, just attack. And wheelie. Wait for till two bars are up and attack again. Oh, she really had like a lot of power in like that one mode.
ゼーレ、ブローニャは必ずゼーレを助けます。
ん？
ここは。
Yae Sakura? Did I perhaps have like the perfect timing to play in like that open world thingy? By accident? I think I might have had the perfect timing for that open world. Manifest a weapon signal. Okay. Before I check what these things are. Yeah. Alright, never mind. No trial characters. It looks like we're back to dealing with whatchamacallit. With that little like gacha mode again. Backstage deal. A few weeks ago, Cocolia secretly came to a city perching at the far east border. She secretly met Grey Serpent, a mysterious man who worked for the World Serpent. Grey Serpent wanted Cocolia to find the means of activating the Eye of the Deep and give them the Gem of Desire. In return, World Serpent promised to help her find a long-lost daughter, Seele. Wealth supply. Having incorporated the core of reason, Bronya heard whispers from Weld Yang's residual mind in the core. Weld once lost his body in the Second Honkai War. Bronya felt confident that Anthe could figure out how to save him, but Weld was far more concerned with the serpent's whereabouts in the Sea of Quanta. Yep. Funny that they actually mention it here. I mean, I guess they do recommend doing the manga before this. Alright, it's time to gacha. Looks like a Bronya weapon, so I might be safe in that regard. But I really don't want equipment. If there's something that I want, I really need this first. I need some characters, or I need for my characters to be like higher level. Oh, wait. At least one Seele or Rita battle suit. Well. I guess I ain't playing with the Bronya that just got a new weapon. It is Sakura. I mean, there's no way that I could just like mistaken Sakura. Pink hair, bunny ears. The strange girl took off her pendant and then created a holographic projection. How cute. She doesn't have her ears here though. It was a hologram of two girls. One of them happened to be Sakura. The other girl looked extremely like Sakura in appearance and age. Sakura and Rin, 0722. So, Rin? Sakura? Perhaps? Mayhaps? Sakura's questioning stressed Seele. The little girl could only crawl up in fright. Sakura realized what she did and spoke in a much softer tone.
この者たちは何時に何をしたのじゃ。一体どれだけ罪のない子供が囚われていたというのじゃ。すまぬゼーレ。先ほどはわらわが悪かった。
I think I'm as lost as Seele right now. The only thing that I can understand in this is just that Sakura is here for some reason, and she doesn't look like the Sakura from the open world. The Sakura from the open world was like a Miko, and she had like a shrine suit, shrine maiden suit, or sort of like a shrine maiden suit. But right now she's not wearing that.
一緒に行こう。わらわが汝をここから出す。
Sakura extended her hand to Seele. She moved gently and tried not to startle Seele again. She lifted Seele up from the floor and led her out of her cell.
ここは建物の構造、そして部屋の並び、見覚えがある気がする。ここは監獄？基地。やっと目を覚ましたのね。
Oh, Shadow Seele.
何があったの？どうして私たちはここに？知らないふりはやめて。誰かさんのせいでコアを手に入れられなかったんじゃない？ブロニャお姉ちゃんを傷つけることはゼーレが許さない。はいはい。あなたの好きにしなさい。
The Shadow Seele has a little bit of like sass to her.
これからどうするの？ヘビの協力がなければ私たちは漁師の海から出られないわよ。少しおかしいと思うの。何が？あの人と出会うまでずっと何もない空間を漂っていたのに、ここはあそこと違う。ここはブローニャお姉ちゃんと一緒にいた世界と似ている。世界の泡に似ているの。そうね。私たちは漁師の海に消えていない。世界の泡に入ったんだわ。
So maybe because the barrier got destabilized and the trials are like finished. Maybe this was supposed to be like the place where Bronya was supposed to go to right after that, but because of that destabilization with the barrier, she wasn't there was like no connection with like this bubble universes, and now Bronya has to find her way here. While Seele got thrown into it immediately, like the other bubble universes.
それならきっとここから出る方法があるはずよ。お姉様がしたように。ブローニャお姉ちゃんはきっとゼーレを探してる。ブローニャお姉ちゃんは
I like how normal Seele calls Bronya One-chan, while Shadow Seele calls her One-sama.
待つだけじゃない。ゼーレもお姉ちゃんの元へ行かないと。
I like the difference in honorifics.
とりあえずここがどういう世界なのかはっきりさせなきゃ。ここの景色をブローニャお姉ちゃんにも。桜。
That girl went out. I should follow her. A little bit late. Sakura signaled Seele to be quiet. She stood by the corner and carefully studied the patrolling mechs.
もう少しじゃ。今はまだ出てはいけない。
警備の機構の動きを探ってる。桜お姉ちゃんはこの基地の人じゃない。ここには侵入したのかな。私たちこれからどこに？
So she's looking for Rin, the girl in the picture. And I guess she got kidnapped with like a bunch of like other kids. Something like the Babylon Lab. This place is something like the Babylon Lab. Probably.
見張りを交わしてエレベーターに乗り、データ室を目指す。調べたいことがあるのじゃ。機構が離れた。急げ。気づかれぬようついてくるのじゃ。
はい、気をつけます。ゼーレ、準備完了。ゼーレ。
But if it's at the other side, should steer clear of the guards. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Stairs. Does she have Should be able to get a full view from there. From here? Maybe the idea of going up here is to actually look at the path that I'm supposed to take. But they actually made the it's not nice of the camera. But they don't really make the spotlights too big. You can run around them pretty easily. I wonder if this is another thing that they probably changed in the game, where they made it like a lot easier for players to do. Kind of like the Twilight cooperate, turn it into like a single player kind of thing. Sakura One-chan. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I might be a little bit more in tune with Shadow Seele. At this point, there's a lot of people that are not human anymore. I don't think that's the problem. She's smart. Iron Fort. Oh, character gacha. This is what I wanted. Strange space. After being consumed by the serpent's shadow, Seele woke up in a strange space. This place seemed more like a bubble universe instead of the void that she had been drifting in. Everything in this bubble universe seemed strange to Seele. Determined to find Bronya, Seele tried to find a way out. Right. At the end of the last chapter, the last normal chapter, they mentioned something like something slammed into Seele or something of the sort that took her away. So it was like the serpent's shadow. I thought it was Lilac that slammed into Seele. So the serpent did throw Seele into this bubble universe. Sakura. A warrior named Sakura woke Seele. Seele had never seen this strange girl with bizarre animal ears before and was a little frightened. But Sakura turned out to be rather friendly. It seemed that Sakura broke into this base to look for someone. Wishing to find out more about this bubble universe, Seele decided to join her. Alright, let's gacha. Nice. Although I would have liked if I got all the upgrades on Seele rather than on Bronya. Right, 12-3. Undercurrent. Sakura told Seele about herself during the research, the mods. This one, Seele or read the battlesuit? Yeah, because I can't really use another character anyway, so it's kind of waste for Bronya to get all the upgrades when it's asking me to use Seele. Just a little bit of a waste. Just a tiny bit.
データ室はこの階にある。ゼーレは少しここでわらわを待っておれ。
Everything got real tense all of a sudden until the dialogue came in and the music just completely disappeared.
データ室へと続く道には見張りの機構がおる。今回はやり過ごすことができぬのじゃ。
どうすればいいですか？
方法はある。顔を伏せ、声を出さずに待つのじゃ。
Warning, restricted area. Authorized personnel only.
さくらじゃ。ID 番号は CM004。
Verifying. Clearance granted. Good evening, Moth.
火を追うか？
逃げた実験体を捕まえたのじゃ。
Sakura patted Seele on the shoulder. The young girl knowingly lowered her head.
なかなか口を割らなくての。データ室に行って、どの階から逃げ出したか調べてこいと、メイ博士に言われたの。
Is back in the closet! I told you you will never get out of the closet. I told you. You probably didn't believe me when I told you, but I told you. There's no way out. Give it up. I hope you had some food in there. Hope you found some, or maybe a drink. A drink. Gotta keep yourself hydrated. How's you got it, Aaron? Another new name. Access denied. You have no archive access privileges.
やはりダメか。
The lightning fast slash cleaved the mech in half.
強行突破じゃ。ゼーレ、後ろへ。
Who knows? I've seen from like a long time ago. I remember there were like a bunch of like I think you stopped replying to my chats and I got annoyed. Oh well, sorry. But I don't think I stopped replying. You were the one that stopped chatting. That was the problem. You stopped chatting. It's your fault, not my fault. It's never the streamer's fault. Never. I passed down on your stream, I can't recall. Well, those are two very different things now. These enemies look dangerous, stay away from them. There's so many effects on the screen right now. It isn't that hard, just teleport. Just teleport. Easy, right? Any person can do it. It's just that easy. Why didn't I just not think about that before? I can't run. Yeah. I'm that guy. You 100% remember that correctly. I plan on playing Genshi right after I'm done with this game, which is gonna be in like a very long time. I mean, the chapters for this game have been getting longer and longer. I was planning on beating like multiple chapters in like one day, but I don't think it's possible. Now what are you planning, Charo Seele? And do remember on Azure Waters that you mentioned that you had that stigma power. When you decide to play, I can help you. I mean, unless you want to do stuff by yourself, but the early game, mostly Dragon's Spine, is fairly unfairly scaled. I'm sure I'll still be here once you start. Maybe I might. I know from my friend that there's like some sort of like farming places that you need to like do, where by having co-op on, it helps you. I might ask help for that, because in terms of like the exploration, I'm that kind of like person that really likes to like take his like own time to explore and do the puzzles by himself. Like even on games like Dark Souls. Oh. Give me a second. Because the dialogue goes so fast, I had to pay attention. All right, there we go. I really like the games like Dark Souls, and I'm fine with even having like a whatchamacallit, a challenge in my games, even if like the bosses are like really tough and stuff like that. I like to at the very least give them a try by myself. If I'm way to like under level, or I'm like really stuck and I'm not able to like anything, then I can ask for like help. But I like the idea of like challenging myself at the start and see if I can clear it. Because then if I can clear it, I can just ego all over myself. Just rises your ego. It just makes you feel good, you know? But if you just get someone that's like incredibly like strong to just like do everything for you, then it just sort of like defeats the purpose of just getting that achievement for yourself. Stubbed my toe really bad. I assume I broke it a month or two ago. I think I actually did break it because it's super sore, and anytime I hit it, even remotely, it feels horrible. Ouch! I mean, toe stubbing is already like probably the worst thing ever. It hasn't happened to me for a while, but I don't even want to think about it. That, or like hitting your shoulders against like the door frame or something like that when you're just like very sleepy. But yeah, the last like 10% of the exploration of for areas is always super annoying. I can also help with that if you don't mind once you get there. It's not like fun difficult, it's just annoying. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening, like the last couple like percentages. Because I also do remember on other games that whenever you just get down to just like the... Wait, I don't have a timer, right? Okay, I don't have a timer. The last couple of like parts where you need to just like do need to 100% something, like the pigeons in GTA 5, when you're just down to like the last 10 or maybe down to the last 1, then it's just like an absolute pain to be able to find it. It took me like a week to get the last 10% of the found Fontaine. It was hell, bro. When a bone heals naturally, it fucks up the bone. I stubbed it like bad. I tripped and stubbed it, and also bent it pretty bad at the same time. Yeah, I think I broke it on the map. You're treating this very casually. Also, you did say you like exploring, but I certainly recommend Hoyo Live interactive maps with you. Oculis? Specifically. Mundane takes weeks to natural. It's so miserable. I'll get a feeling for it whenever I start playing the game, and I'll see if I can how it goes by exploring naturally. Because I don't think I remember I use maps a lot whenever I'm exploring like open world games. I have like my own like little like system in order to be able to like explore. Actually, usually I do like my own like exploration with my own like little system where I kind of like completely just go through like the entire areas of the map to like check for stuff. And if I'm not able to find it, I usually just go and look for them on like interactive maps or like guides. It's pronounced almost how you said it. Oh, you lies. You lying to me, bro. And then takes weeks natural. Miserable. Also, another interesting thing about Shadow Seele is that she never actually does say this. Currently, she's like not addressing Seele in any way, shape, or form. Shadow Seele. She's sort of just like saying things. Doesn't call her Seele, doesn't call her my dear host, doesn't call her anything. Yeah, well, you should use the map to mark off oculi, pick up then, and then if you get stuck, you know which ones you have where. And it doesn't take away the fun of exploring. I could do that. Moth MAHS 1104. Because the way Genshin map works, you'd have to manually check the hundreds of locations and let you mark off the ones you pick up on the map.
第11律者による災害は予想をはるかに超えていた。火を追う側、今回の災害で最も損害を受けた組織だと言える。
The mod who chases the flames. Everything's capitalized, so this is something.
たくさんの融合戦士を失った今、現存メンバーだけでは部隊の維持はできなくなっている。戦略面を考慮し、新生戦力が今の穴を埋められるようになるまで。彼らはしばらく様々な武装小隊へと派遣される。 融合戦士と一般人が一緒にいることによるトラブルが起きないことを願うばかりだ。
I regret it horribly, and I'm someone who loves maxing areas. There are 65 Oculus in the first area, and then over 100 for the rest. 200 plus in 2 of those 4. It was super tedious. Sounds like fun. Even though it's tedious, it sounds like fun. Since I'm like the loot addict and the collectionist, kind of making me excited to play it. The 11th Hersher. So in this world there are Hershers, but there's also whatever this is, the mod who chases the flames, and mantises, and then they call it like the mod squads. It's a lot of like new words showing up in this like little like chapter. Actually, it's just the third stage.
人類最大の対崩壊組織は内部の圧力を処理しなければならないとは皮肉なものだ。反対の声もなくはないが、幸い大多数の人がこの提案を受け入れてくれた。新人たちも成長しており、もうすぐ戦力に加われるだろう。新生融合戦士部隊は火を追う側の中堅的な力になると信じている。
また火を追うか。あのロボットもこの名前を言ってたよね。
The mods mentioned the name. I don't remember. But this is important. Till it gets it.
さくらのことを火を追う側の戦士と言ったんだから、彼女もおそらく同じ組織に属してるはずよ。
There's thousands and thousands of chess puzzles in Genshin. Marking them off as you go would take longer than the actual exploring. Plus, I've never needed the map for anything but Oculus. But the amount of wishes you get from exploring is amazing. It beats my gambling addiction so well. I mean, this game is already feeding my gambling addiction as well. Because it's like the anniversary, they're giving like a bunch of like free stuff out, so I just keep rolling and rolling and failing. And failing. Everything's nice with like with the gambling addiction until I start to like miss every single one of my like polls.
彼女はどうしてここに侵入したのかしら。この世界の崩壊は現実世界のものよりひどいみたいだね。
If they're already at like the 11th Hersher, because in the normal world, how many are there? There's Welt as the first. There's Sitting as the second. There's May as the third. There's Wendy as the fourth. I think we're only up to 4.
桜お姉ちゃんには何か深い事情があるんだよ。探してる女の子と関係があるのかも。
And also you can trade the things you get exploring to level up special like fees. I don't know how to explain what they are, but my god, you get so many pulls from them, bro. I'm gonna count them real quick. Alright, you got them. Pull out the calculator. Or put out the notepad. So you don't lose the count.
直接聞いてみよう。
Can interact with this again? Mod STPC2. In previous testing, subjects were only injected with the genes from a single donor. Project Chimera is a breakthrough, since we can now use materials from multiple donors. In other words, a single subject can exhibit biological traits from multiple donors. Chimera Tech will make multi-gene inserts a reality. A pilot trial has been formally initiated. Codename Plalock. Oh, there's more? 3 prototype pre-arms have been issued to the respective mantises. Field trials will start soon. If everything goes to plan, the tech can soon be used to equip mod forces on a larger scale. The older models could no longer cope with the Honkai War. Humanity needs greater power. We have to make it happen at any cost. That's it. Still not enough information. Still not enough information. Seele returned to Sakura and found her staring at the Sakura pendant she help? Sakura looked up as she noticed Seele's gaze.
ゼーレ、どうした？
ただ桜お姉ちゃんはここのことよく知ってるなって思って。
心配しているのか？案ずるな。
わ
わらわは
さま。
確かに火を追う側の一員であったが、今の奴らはわらわの敵じゃ。だから汝に危害は加えぬ。汝を捕らえるような真似もしない。
お姉ちゃんが探してる写真の女の子はお姉ちゃんの家族ですか？
この子はわらわの妹で唯一の家族じゃ。名はリン。汝と同じでこの基地に閉じ込められていた。火を追う側に囚われたが、あの子は無実なのじゃ。
This keeps sounding more and more like the Babylon lab.
だから官房の中を探していたんですね。
この子は本来あの部屋にいたはずなんじゃ。だがわらわが行った時には汝しかいなかった。そういえばまだ汝のことを詳しく聞いてなかったの。
I don't think we have one.
ここは互いの理解を深めることにしよう。先ほど官房の中で気を失っていた汝はとある名前を口にしていたのじゃが、ブローニャとは誰のことじゃ？
ブローニャお姉ちゃんはゼーレの家族で一番大切な人です。
Don't worry, Seele, we're coming for you.
桜お姉ちゃんと同じで優しくてすごい人。ゼーレのために困難に立ち向かってくれて、いつもゼーレの心配をしてくれます。ブローニャお姉ちゃんがいると嫌なことも消し飛んじゃうんです。
彼女は今どこにおるんじゃ？
離れ離れになっちゃって、ブローニャお姉ちゃんは外にいます。お姉ちゃんはきっと今もゼーレを心配してます。だからゼーレもただ待つだけじゃなく、ここを出てお姉ちゃんのところへ戻りたいんです。ずっとブローニャお姉ちゃんがゼーレを守ってきてくれました。ゼーレはもうお姉ちゃんに迷惑をかけたくないから。
いや、汝を迷惑など彼女は思わないじゃろ。
Yeah, but I know this feeling. Somebody that you're very friendly with, or you're very like attached with, will like never treat you like a whatchamacallit, a nuisance or a burden, but it still doesn't get rid of the fact that somebody may still feel like a burden to them. Blue 72, pink 36, pink is premium, also known as limited time banners. Blue is permanent ban. So yeah, a lot, since those things are side objectives. 72 and 36, so about a little over 100. And well, I guess the good thing is that by the time I start playing, there's going to be a lot more. So I'll probably be able to get maybe like, who knows, maybe like 110, 120. Sakura responded quite strongly to Seele's words. The girl stood up and looked at her. You also get 20 standard banner pulls and a fountain. 4-star character. New thing Hoyo added for new players, so that's cool. She pinned the Sakura pendant on her chest and it glistened brightly. Sounds like I'm gonna have a bright future whenever I get to Genshin. Probably the biggest issue that I'm gonna be having when I play Genshin is who am I gonna pull for? It's probably like the biggest problem because right now, because of part 2 being a thing, I know that I have to pull for like the part 2 character in Honkai, but I don't know who to pull for in Genshin. Although you said that Nuvi is someone that I should pull for whenever he comes back. For explaining, I said the entire map as to way over 100. I have to level up a bit, but they changed the new player rewards, so to that.
汝やリンのような無実の子をたくさん捕らえてきた。汝らは本来自由であるべきなんじゃ。外は危険じゃ。ここを出た後、わらわと一緒に来るとよい。身の回りが落ち着いた後、一緒に姉上を探そう。
She spoke carefully, hoping to gain Seele's trust. The new banner that's being added in Genshin includes Eula. I'll tell you is that she holds the world record damage dealt in a single hit, and it's not even close. But here's the thing. This is like super important. Single hit damage and DPS are sort of like stats that are very important, but they can be very mutually exclusive in the importance that they may have while playing the game. Although single hit damage is pretty good, sometimes it isn't really that good whenever you're playing the game, because the amount of times that you're going to be able to deal that amount of damage, or that the amount of times that you're going to be able to like use that single target damage is way lower. So normally you would like want some sort of like DPS, so you can just keep it just like absolutely throwing damage at the enemy. It's 7 million. Most only hit 3, maybe 4 with other characters. Anything over a couple hundred K is insanity. She's a tank buster. I don't think those are a thing in Siberia. She spoke carefully, hoping to gain Seele's trust. She's like really consistent. She's DPS. Cool. Yeah, but I mean as to like here's a perfect like example. Machine gun versus rocket launcher. A rocket launcher would be able to deal in games. Usually rocket launchers are like a lot of like damage in a single hit, but machine guns are also able to deal like a lot of damage. It's just like in a lot of hits, and the difference between them is that the rocket launcher is slower at firing and the machine gun would be faster at firing, which means that you get more consistent damage on the machine gun rather than with the rocket launcher, because after shooting the rocket launcher you'd have to like reload and it takes some time and blah 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 blah. It's a physical damage character too, so all you need is to be set to different physical damage artifact sets, which makes building her 10 times easier. She's a tiny bit slower because she's a claymore, but her damage isn't much. Emphasis on a little slower. Power of like the older sister. Just like Bronya is Seele's older sister. Nothing else to actually explore? Nope. Basically, engaging most characters require a 4-piece set, which means in order to build a character, you need to get lucky enough to get 4 good pieces from it. Sounds like a system that there's on like Epic 7, which naturally is easy. Yeah, I'm gonna bet that it isn't easy. If it's like Epic 7.
Sakura, やめるんだ。
Trouble has found that, and it's how many evil men that are very good looking are in this game? I guess Welt isn't like an evil man, but he is evil in World 3. He does get like a villain role. 22 minutes. My. Also, I know that weapon. He's wielding Shamash. That's really interesting. With Elda, she uses 2 sets, so all you need to do is look tools from 2 different domains. They also point into good artifacts from getting 4 from 1 one is just massively different. Oh, click through it too fast. The mods. When questioned by mech patrols, Sakura revealed her identity. A warrior of the mod who chases the flames, an organization that fights against the Honkai. Seele was confused. This huge military base belonged to the mods. Why would Sakura fight against her allies? Who might she be looking for? Corrupt their world. Base database revealed that this world had suffered 11 Honkai eruption events. Worst, 11 Herrscher devastated humanity's last anti-Honkai organization. While humanity stood at the brink of extinction, discontent had begun to spread within the mods. Sakura was looking for the girl in the picture. Her name was Rin, and was Sakura's sister and only family. Rin was imprisoned by the mods for some reason, leading to Sakura's intent to rebel against the mods. Sakura met Seele by accident. Sakura decided to bring Seele out of this place as the young girl reminded the warrior of her own sister. So knowing how there's like sort of like parallel characters, maybe we're getting Siegfried. Maybe that the new character that showed up is Siegfried. Also, there's a relatively new feature called Guide, where for each story quest you get, a premium wish. There it is. There's like 25 story quests currently in the game. These quests are hours. Genshin isn't short. I'm sure it's not gonna be short at all. Like if the story quests are like long, probably somewhat like as long as Honkai, because this is the game that they released before Genshin. And then there's also like the entirety of like exploration. I think I'm gonna end up having like a lot of content to go through from that game. Basically, if you're someone who likes open world, which I am, you can pull anyone you want when you start. You get decent wishes normally, but exploring is just super rewarding. No, I'm jabbing about Genshin, bro. Fountain without skipping dialogue is 10 hours and it isn't finished yet. Well, damn. And I'm starting to doubt the 10 hours claim because it's been days. Oh, didn't get a character one. And the side got upgraded. It's pretty good. Good weapon for Seele. No death. Cast ultimate skill at least one time. Take no more than 40 hits. Trial characters. But first, let me open up this like little candy that I brought upstairs. Giving it away so that it's not loud. There we go. I usually go really hungry. I got myself like a little candy to eat. It's like a little like peanut candy that has what the hell is this? Homemade flair. It's a peanut candy bar. Yeah, just a peanut candy bar. Thank you. Also, I meant Archon quests. Archon and story are different. There's also more 20 story quests, which are lore drops plus hangouts paired with actual relevant story. Let's see.
転送装置開園の目を使い漁師の海へと入ろうとした。しかし作戦決行前夜、アインシュタインが何者かに襲われ行方不明となってしまう。デザイアジェムを取り戻すためブローニャは転送門が閉じる直前単身で漁師の海へと飛び込む。
The portal is closed.
彼女と共に戦っていたテレサたちは混乱の収まらない開園城に残され今なお戦い続けていた。
You get one story key every 8 commissions per day. These 20-30 soul stories quests you can unlock are all like an hour or more long. The reason you get story quests so slow is because the story quests are unlocked after a certain Archon quest are done. So just slowly get fed them. The deep outside the Sea of Quanta.
油断しないで。正体不明の適正反応は消えたけど。崩壊獣の攻撃はまだ終わってないわ。テレサちゃん、ブローニャのやつが漁師の海に入っちゃったよ。
So this is straight after Bronya went in.
何をする気なの？扉が閉まったらもう戻ってこれないなんてことないわよね。
Yeah, because they are relevant to our quest. I see. see.
落ち着きなさい、ロザリア。ブローニャは勢いで行動するタイプじゃないわ。きっと彼女なりの理由があるのよ。
This candy is hard.
開園の目が閉じた今、できることはいち早く戦場を制圧して彼女に連絡を取ることよ。
Like if you do the first Arkham quest, which is centered around Benty, you get his story quest. It goes by relevance to the story. Sort of like meeting the character before you're able to do like their story. Like that? Like before you're able to just like start going on their story, you have to at the very least know who they are. I'm playing right now and trying so hard to just do the final act of the current Arkham quest, but god, it's so long.
ロザリア、テレサちゃんの言う通りだよ。
I'm on part 4 or 5 for it, but it is tedious. Yes. Oh. If it's 10 hours long, but those 10 hours are really good, then I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
私もブローニャ姉さんが心配だけど、まずは目の前の敵に集中しないと。そうよね。お母様に心配かけちゃいけないもの。戦いに集中するわ。
Also super early game level locks, quests which make you actually explore. I like that.
行くわよ、リリア。お母様とテレサちゃんは私たちで守るのよ。
Pretty normal for games to have like some sort of like, or like gacha games or free games to have like some sort of like level lock. People were glazing insane Arkham quest.
私のことはいいわよ。子供たちがやっと落ち着いたわ。
I mean, to be fair, without spoiling, Furina is absolutely amazing.
問題なさそうね。ブローニャ、どうか無事でいて。退散しなさい。
She's still pretty fast.
館長、私についてきてね。
And she's pretty cute. I like blue. I like the color blue. I think blue is my favorite color, so seeing her makes me really happy. Any sort of like light or bright color, I think I really like. I don't think I've met a person who dislikes Furina. She's just Furina. She's just Furina. Also, outside of the 5 nations, there are 2 regions that exist outside of them. Story quest lock. Ouch! Ouch, 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 I'm getting some luck. A little bit slow. And she does have like a charged attack. I need to start remembering to like test it out with like every character that I find to see if they have some sort of like extra attack. Should test out the other one. She have one? I couldn't even tell. I killed it too fast. The Chasm and Enkanomiya. I don't like the Chasm much, but Enka was pretty fun. It was released over a year ago sometime. I only just now technically finished it. There's these puzzles with the upper zones. Go on. Space-time curvature has been reset. Honkai level is now 0. The eye has closed. Kolia. Also known as just locks. And I didn't know, but I was missing one sigil. And also I hadn't unlocked 3 locks. So I only technically finished it today. Kolia's heart. Oh, good job! Did you 100% it? Kolia's heart sank as Ronia's comm signals were cut. It's all your fault anyways. Alright, maybe it wasn't completely your fault, but it was half of it was your fault.
でもあの子、ブローニャを巻き込んだ。あの子はこの件と関係ないはずよ。
彼女は君に巻き込まれたんだ。
Rounds up to 100 at 99.5% exploration, so I had no intention to finish it. I was already at 100%. I mean, if the final number ends up being 100% or ends up getting close enough, it's all good.
君の粗末な仕事ぶりのせいでアインシュタインに感づかれた。それがなければ彼女も漁師の海に入ることはなかっただろう。
Your clumsy security didn't keep Einstein out. She should be the one going inside.
ブローニャが無事に帰ってこられなかったら取引はここまでよ。
I mean, I guess you're lucky that it doesn't round up downwards, because a lot of like games like to prefer to round everything down rather than up. Say Nuvi or Eula are good pulls, but sadly I don't think you could pull Eula with your schedule. Might not even reach Nuvilet. Might not even reach him, Nuvi.
取引の途中で条件を通過するとはビジネス精神に反するのではないか。残念だが彼女にゼーレフェルライのような素質はないんだ。漁師の海は出たいと思うだけで出られるような場所じゃない。ネゲントロピーの名手が彼女に手を貸すことを祈るしかないんだ。
Which you already know that he did. As she releases in 6 days, banners last 20 to 30 days, and the new banner she will be in rotates between certain groups of characters. Nuvi releases again in 40-ish days and goes away 20 to 30 after that, so I think you're chilling on Nuvi. Actually, yeah. If I'm able to finish like a chapter per day, I think I might be able to actually be able to start playing by the time he shows up.
冗談だと思ってるわけ？
Cocolia drew her pistol and held it against the back of Grey Serpent's head. This man doesn't die. So I don't think that's gonna be doing much, Cocolia.
もう一度言うわ。ブローニャが無事に帰ってこれるよう取り計らいなさい。
カカリア、私たちは互いの本質を理解しているはずだ。私たちは目的のために全てを犠牲にし、全てを利用できる人間ではない。
Yeah, he doesn't even stop at death.
だから君のアドリブには感心したんだよ。娘と対立する立場となり、君に逆らう彼女が自らアインシュタインの代わりに漁師の海に入るよう仕向けた。
As they ignore Mondstadt and Liyue exploring when you first start. If you really want to pull, adjust to the story at your own pace and explore in Asuma once you get it.
あの時、君が我々の求めている人材だと確信したんだ。
Because Mondstadt and Liyue chest rewards are pretty low since they are starter areas. Plus only in Asuma Fountain Fontaine and Sumeru have the juicy sigil offering things that give you wishes. We just get back to them after you do the good areas. I mean, if I'm doing it the same way that I'm doing like this game, where I'm just focusing on like the main story, if the main story does lead me to like those sort of like areas, then maybe yeah, that might be how I end up doing it. Because the whatchamacallit, like the big thing to be able to do like on the gacha games like this is you need to like catch up to a certain point, because a lot of like things get sort of like unlocked when you catch up, and you can start doing like sort of like the events and stuff like that without missing out on like chunks of story. Because I remember like playing the other games and they had like all of these events, and you usually get really lost, and you just like have to skip them or something like that if you don't want to like get spoiled. And some of them, and then wait for like the rerun of the event. get back to them. So you go to the room. It's Fawn Tane. It's pronounced the same way as penis. I'm just saying focus story onto Inazuma, then do exploration and story interchangeably.
嘘つき。ブローニャは信じていました。
ハイヘビー、あなたは間違ってるわ。私たちは違う。地獄に落ちるがいいわ。
地獄？
お、
今地獄へと向かっているが誰だろうな。
え？There's two great serpents? Or was that like a doll? And that was the real great serpent? Eh? Is Kokolia dead now? Or is she missing like Einstein? Eh? Yes. Fontaine is said Fontaine together. It's a weird name because Fontaine is supposed to represent France. Ah. S'il vous plaît. Je m'appelle. Genshin regions represent IRL places to extend. I know Fontaine is France and Inazuma is Japan. I'm unsure the other three. Fuck. I knew another French word. Teresa's battles. Something showed up, but I didn't actually really show up. Grey Serpent. At the other side of the eye, Teresa and the Olenievas continued to fight the Honkai while Kokolia confronted the Grey Serpent over Bronia's leap into the eye. Negotiations broke down. Kokolia pointed her gun at the Grey Serpent. There was a gunshot. Kokolia fell to the ground. She looked back in surprise only to find another Grey Serpent. So there's two Grey Serpents. I thought Nuvi would be a self-report that Fontaine was French. Ah, but here's the thing. It's always like an incredibly big confusion when you're trying to link sort of like names to like languages, because sometimes it can just get a little bit iffy. Like there's still like sort of like Spanishy or like Spanish-born languages that can get like very, very confusing. Hell, even if like all the Asian like names can sort of like get sort of like confusing. They have like a little bit of like a tinge that makes them unique in their own way. But if you don't really know much about them, you can kind of get lost and not find like that little like connection. Level 5. At least one Teresa battlesuit. Cast one ultimate skill at least one time. No death. Undercurrent. Danger everywhere. Another Grey Serpent suddenly appeared and struck down Kokolia. The serpent's followers then directed their attacks at the girls. I need a Teresa battlesuit, so I guess I'm using this one. I'm still not used to the little anime girl talking in young adult man voice thing. Well, if you're gonna be staying here all the way until Genshin, then you have a long time to get used to it. Another Grey Serpent appeared, a perfect mirror image of the other. The two gazed at the fallen Kokolia in perfect synchrony, as though they shared the same mind.
残念だ。まさか君が愚かな動物的本能に負けるとは。
Honestly, I'm chilling right now. Thank God you're not a big streaming chat. Chaos gets me stressing.
違うと？どの口がそれを言うのか。
There really are some like streamers that thrive in the copy pasta.
なんですって。
忠誠、何があったの？あれは がここに。
テレサさん、この前はハイペリオンで世話になったね。
え？
私のことをまだ覚えているかい？一応、取引はまだ終わっていないが。
So this is the Gray Serpent from like the last couple of chapters, and this is the new one.
同じ人が2人。
But there's no way I can tell them apart. Well, I guess one of them has an umbrella.
まさかこいつの双子？
ロザリア、リリア、逃げなさい。
お母様、大丈夫よね？すぐ助けるから。
カカリア、君が生かされている理由を知っているかい？君は自分の選択に死より恐ろしい対価を支払うことになるからだ。
I guess it's a me thing.
そう保証するよ。
I prefer it to feel more like I'm watching a friend play rather than a streamer. The idea of being a fan is just kind of corny to me.
ヨルムンガンドは裏切りを許さない。
The two Gray Serpents moved in sync and took out injectors from their pockets. They then pressed the injector needles against their neck.
奴ら何するつもり？
They pulled the trigger and emptied the liquid contents into their bodies. Their bodies inflated rapidly like a balloon. The metallic cyborg instantly turned into a giant covered in magenta and cyan-colored carapace. No one would have known that they were two cyborgs known as the Gray Serpent.
ハイヘビが自ら崩壊獣に？ちょっと双子で崩壊獣とかこいつキャラが立ってるわ。
Is this a time for a joke, Rosa?
バカロザリア、少し黙ってて。
Yeah. I'm with Lily here.
ジャッカイの研究成果を試させてもらうよ。
Jacko.
どこまでやれるのかをな。
Alright, Gray Serpent, show me what you got.
ちょっと寝るね。
Oh, it's this boss. The hand armor can be broken.
制裁よ。
Quiet, Rosa. I think I missed the dialogue. Camera on the right hand is broken. Oh, this is the install, Teresa. Jesus, what do those girls deal a lot of damage? Deal way more damage than me.
体は紛れもなく崩壊獣なのに人間の理性を保っている。動きは人間のように機敏だし、こんなの見たことがない。
The relentless chains forced the giant beast into a gradual retreat.
でもなんだか違和感が。知性があっても力はただの低王級崩壊獣。そこまで強いわけでもない。
Oh yeah, by the way, do you have a Discord? Like, name, not a Discord server. Service are weird, I don't know. Not really. I haven't really like dabbled in Discord too much.
ハイヘビが自ら戦う理由は何なの？
I haven't really found like a reason to actually make a Discord for the channel. Well, not a Discord for the channel, but a Discord name with my channel name.
まだ何かを隠しているのかもしれない。子供たちを先に逃がさないと。ロザリア、リリア、こいつらは私に任せて。あなたたちはカカリアを連れて安全な場所まで引きなさい。ロザリア、早く行こう。いや、私はここに残るわ。こいつがお母様に奇襲を仕掛けて大怪我を負わせたのよ。
That's fair. Do you have anything you're comfortable giving me to add? Yawn? Not really. I don't really have like anything that I use in sort of like socials. Other than like Twitter. If you don't want to, that's okay as well. You just really don't have anything. Like I'm not much of a phone person either. Like those phone like messaging apps. I guess maybe if later on I start like thinking of doing like some sort of like collabs or like playing with other like sort of like Vtubers like on stream or something of the sort, maybe I'll end up making like a Discord at that point in time because everybody uses Discord for that. But currently no. Oh god, bro, I hate Twitter. Oh, that's a no-go then. Yep. She's being way too emotional, and Grey Serpent knows that she's being emotional, and now she's just like taunting her, just like, run, be a coward, get out of here, don't avenge Cocolia. Oh. Testing on you and other subjects helped us optimize the formula. Oh, Colia. Even accidentally, you're making things tougher for everyone. Teresa does see it. She's the one that has more experience in battle. Before Teresa could finish her words, the twin Honkai leaped into the air. Less unfortunate, but if you do make any socials, tell me. I'm trying to initiate socializing more since waiting really isn't working for me. With unbelievable speed, the twin Honkai fused in midair and stretched out its arm to grab the girl. Lilia pushed Rosalia aside with her entire might, but found herself captured by the fused beast. The wrong one. Doesn't he just want the hostage? Eh? 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 Nah, you ain't just gonna give me those cute little girls. This cute blue girl that I actually kind of like because I like the blue color, and you're just gonna take her away immediately? Nah, man. Come on, it's not fair. Serpent's Fang. The presence of two great serpents was surprising. Both of them then injected strange agents into their body and transformed into a Honkai beast. The horror did not stop there. The great serpent's monster form caught Lilia and devoured her, changing its appearance almost at once. What are you thinking, Grey Serpent? What are you doing, Grey Serpent? Einstein. She's still alive. DC Einstein struggled to get back on her feet. Have a job, right? What'd you do if so? Let's just say that I dabble in medicine. In something that's about medicine. That's like the branch that I studied. Tiger didn't attack me. Perhaps still of some use.
やっと目が覚めたなのです。
誰かそこにいるのか?
The voice came from outside the door. Wary, Einstein took a look, found someone outside the room. Her eyes adjusted to the dim light and gave her a clearer look at the stranger's face. Well, I wouldn't say like good money, since I only graduated like recently, so I'm still just like sort of like getting the hang of things, I guess you can say. Maybe it's more of like a myth to think that medical fields are all well paid, because the only ones that are like well paid in itself are the ones that are just like inside sort of like organizations like the government sort of thing. And even then, I've known other doctors and stuff like that that are also like sort of like underpaid, or like that they struggle. So yeah, it's I think I can confidently say that medicine being just like the easiest thing to do is easy, and it will land you in like it will land you good money. Well, me too, sort of. I'm late 17, 18, so just 3 weeks. I'm technically graduated. Doesn't that mean that you're about to start college? Unless you decide to actually not go to college and start working. Her eyes adjusted to the dim light and gave her a clear look at the stranger's face. I don't work yet because I'm trying to milk my not having to work years, Lamau. I know that feeling. I understand it. What she saw rendered her speechless.
あなたに今の自分の顔を見せてあげたいなのです。
シュレディンガー、どうして君がここにいる?
Schrödinger?
君はもう
Schrödinger. Can't remember the pronunciation of this name.
エネルギーバランスが崩れ、実体が消え、もう一つの次元に消えてしまったと。
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. What happened to her in the visual novel? She was supposed to be gone after using the abyss flower.
そうなのです。あの一件で物理的な実体は存在の安定性を失い、量子化した個体になってしまったなのです。この数十年間、私はずっと扉の向こう側にいたなのです。
君のことを探そうとしたが、君に関する痕跡が何も残っていなかったんだ。
When I do start working, it will 100% be part-time for a while. I'm not ready for real life. Once I am full-time, I'm probably going to do something I can do at home. Something niche. Sounds nice. I mean, it is said that if you are like working, it's very good to have like some sort of like hobby. So you just can keep your sanity at the very least.
私は他の場所でこの世界の人に遭遇しましたが、どうやらあなたたちと彼女たちはお互いのことをよく知らないようなのです。
She's got a really soft voice. I didn't expect her to have this sort of like voice from the visual novel. I mean, she didn't even show up much.
何もない虚無の地へと落ちたなのです。ここから出る方法を幾度も考えましたが、あの世界に戻る目印を完全に見失ってしまったなのです。あなたたちがあの装置を起動するまでは。
それは開演の目のことかい？
何をしたかはわからないなのです。ここにいる人の中で私はあなたのことしか知らないなのです。でもここのエネルギーは想像を超えるほど高いなのです。別の世界の泡にいてもその異常さを感じるほどなのです。それらのエネルギーは同じところから来ていて、近づくことすら叶わないなのです。
デザイアジェムだ。誰かがそれに接触したんだ。漁師の海に一体何があったのか。君が知ってることを全部教えてくれ。
歩きながら話すなのです。
The indicator light turned green and the door
こ
opened.
の話は長くなるなのです。
なのです。 I like her little ender. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Technically, I'm almost done. Okay. I somehow ended up clicking this. Gray Serpent's monster form devoured Lilia and assumed a new form. One Teresa battlesuit. Did I check the gacha? I can't remember. I didn't check the gacha. Why does she keep getting all the buffs? I just remember it was totally you ignored me yesterday. Huh? I didn't ignore you. When did I ignore you? Huh? Don't spout such lies. It's okay, I forgive you. But I will not forgive you for being a liar. You're trying to make me the bad guy here. I didn't do anything. I'm just playing video games. Oh wait, that's just my controller drifting. Guess I'll add the classic too. First ultimate attack deal 12% more physical damage, informed by at least 2 different times, gain 8%. It was later in the stream, I remember getting mad because you weren't saying anything. Hey, there's a lot going on. I gotta think. And I left and I went to bed. She's still taunting her. Ugh, Grey Serpent, you're being creepy. The hand armor can be broken. Afterwards, the damage done to the monster will greatly increase. The usual. Break the enemy's armor arm to immobilize it. I'm trying! In your defense, though, it was a bit parasocial. We are speaking as if we were friends because it's just us two, but on a little level, you don't know me, so... You don't want to go down that road of being like parasocial. It's bad for your health, buddy. All right, this Teresa is actually not very good against him or it now. Hand armor can be broken. Oh, there we go. I guess I only needed to break the arm. Don't mind, you know, we're friends. Rosalita gazed at the giant beast with despair. It only unleashed a feral growl. I make the rules, and I say it doesn't count as parasocial since you don't have an actual audience. Ah! But how mean! You're hurting my feelings, and I don't like my feelings being hurt. A vortex of change tore through the air, forcing the enemy to back off. The Grey Serpent spoke in a cruel, sadistic tone that pierced the truth of the matter. The girls dare not attack for fear of injuring Lilia within the beast. Every passing moment pushed Lilia into greater danger. It has to suffer from the same. The activated Honkai genes whittled away at her consciousness. Desires for blood and destruction clouded her mind. Senses became heightened. Minor cuts caused extreme pain, but it also enabled her to detect something that she wouldn't normally notice. It didn't come from her arms, but the chains twined around them. The chains of Judah sent irregular vibrations to her body. Bam! A titan landed right in front of Rosalie and deployed its shield. Cocolia's weak voice could be heard over the comlink. She was gravely wounded and could hardly keep herself standing. But we cannot leave Lilia. This is not the time for you to try to have like a good moment, Cocolia, after all you did. Bam! The blue Asaka smashed one of the titans into pieces. A dark chain sprung out from the debris and fastened themselves around the beast. Teresa-chan? Alright, at the start of when we met her, she smelled Teresa. She does have a keen sense of smell. So there's still a chance for her to be alive. To get back my blue girl. For considering my current stomach size, it may be capable of making a mother and adult. What are you doing to your poor stomach? I will keep him busy and immobilized. What do you eat? Give me a second. Oh, I shouted earlier and said I met a Mila that would instantly Minecraft a Victorian child, and then the chat was a follow-up. Let me check. It never showed up. Are you sure you made that chat? I don't see it anywhere. Because I do know that the app sometimes doesn't like update the chat correctly, so it might like miss a chat or two. Just eat some instant ramen. You know that meme that's like a Victorian era child versus the Taco Bell beef burrito? No, I actually haven't seen it. There's a great meal that would solve a Victorian era child. Dark chains down around Teresa, whose eyes shone like the setting sun. Warning, activate element to level critical. The cold voice whispered in her ears, reminding her of a potential fatal choice to make, but she made up her mind.
ロザリア、好きなだけ暴れなさい。あなたの一番大事なステージを完成させるのよ。
Level 4 restrictions lifted.
血騎士、あなたにまだ力が残されているなら、今ここに全てを解き放ちなさい。
She looks so much better on this suit.
負けられないのよ。
It's the one that it chose on like the thumbnail. Basically what I created with is going to be capable of standing. I see. Ballad Executioner can unlock skill, can unlock skill. I don't think I can unlock those myself. Advice to manifest Ballad Executioner. Incomplete merging. Teresa and Rosalia sensed that Lilia was still alive inside the monster. The monster may have swallowed Lilia but failed to incorporate her. Perhaps it was due to Lilia's incomplete surgical augmentations. This was the girl's last chance to save the younger Olenieva. Einstein once warned Teresa that unlocking Blood Knight Phase 3 was risky, and reaching Phase 5 may have disastrous consequences, but they both knew what choice Teresa would make. At this very moment, Blood Knight gave way to the Twilight Paladin. So we still haven't seen what Phase 5 Teresa is. Since that Twilight Paladin is Phase 4. Apocalypse mode, as they called it. Yeah, bro, I might vomit or die. Oof. What did you even try to make as a meal for it to like be that bad? Making food is not that hard. Making food is not supposed to be that hard. You're supposed to just, you know, maybe like make an instant ramen, like the easiest thing in the world. You know. Crimson blood gave way to dark twilight, like a bleeding sun, fleeing before the even night. Was angry and go on. Blood Knight Moonlight finally assumed its true form. Oh. Twilight Paladin racks up combo hits quickly. At max fervor, tap and hold attack. Enter fervent mode. So once the bar is filled, this one. I made a corn dog, and since corn dogs are small, I made like a cup of mac and cheese with it, but obviously want to toss my corn dog, and I mixed the three. Now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. That is not a very nice combination, my doodle. A little bit of really random damage. Well, even though I'm getting countered by this guy, he's really strong. Swoosh! Teresa clenched her chains to rein the monster in. Separate god typo. Was solicited to tweet them separate. I see. I do remember that at one point in time I added chocolate syrup to like a sandwich because I was in the mood of something chocolatey, and that was also like a very, very, very wrong move for me. The pitchback chains leaped, twisted, and danced back and forth. The Solium links groaned and screeched on the verge of breaking. The monster was finally bound. So this Teresa got like insanely strong from like her red Teresa into like this like blue, black, white Teresa, and I really like her color scheme. But she also has the same hair as me. I think she has like a little bit of like my color scheme as well. Well, not really. My blue is much lighter. Her blue is like much deeper. But she still has like the white hair. I like her. She looks very nice in this like new suit. I'm ashamed to even tell you what I had put in the corn dog. I'm gonna puke like 100% serious. Well, go to the toilet. You don't want to puke on the trash can or what you call it, the floor. Rosa, no!
してる。
The minor amount of exercise I did today, watching it be completely destroyed by me eating a corn dog concoction.
やっぱりリリアがそばにいないと少し緊張する。
At this point, it's poison.
少しだけだけど、テレサちゃんが戦ってる。正直、できるかどうかはわからない。
You have to do this, Rosa. You're the only one that can save Lily.
チャンスが一回しかないって思うと、尻尾が思わず震え出すけど。でも、できるかどうかと、やるかやらないかは別よ。
Giving her own like little heroic music.
ブローニャだったら、きっとゼーレを助けるはずだわ。私だって負けたくない。
No, so they cannot wait until it.
私にはリリアが必要だし、リリアにだって私が必要だもの。
Rosalia opened her eyes with determination. It was her time.
ロザリア、今よ。来る。来た。
Rosalia began to run. She leaped over the chains and debris and dashed right towards the trapped beast. Lilia's voice flowed like a stream into her heart.
貸して。リリアがいなくなったら、私すごく寂しいもん。
Rosa! She lifted a great sword to strike the monster with all her might. The monster suddenly broke free from the chains and swung its giant right arm at the girl. His attack missed. The beast glanced across her blade and missed her by a hair's breadth before being viciously deflected. She's getting smarter. Rosalia has seen how Lilia retaliated against her enemies in numerous battles, and now Lilia's signature move would carry Rosalia through. I like that because she's some sort of like, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but because she's a sort of like a childish type of like character. When she had like her heroic moment, it wasn't like some sort of like epic music or something like that. It was like more of like a childish little like heroic theme that she had. Still alive?
あんたの負けよ、ハイヘビ。おかしな真似はしないでちょうだい。
読みが外れた。テレサ、君のことを過小評価していたようだ。しかし、最終的な勝者が誰になるかは、まだわからないよ。
Grey Serpent, you really need to know when to die. You've survived way too much. After spitting out his last words, Grey Serpent's broken body exploded and turned into ashes. Good.
あいつ、一体。
僕がいない間に、いろいろと解決したようだね。
Einstein.
アインシュタイン博士。
テレサさん、心配をかけたようだ。
アインシュタイン。
カカリアさん、この危機が去った後、いろいろと決着をつけなければならないようだ。
The 14th season is tomorrow, by the way, so that'll be fun, maybe? I always hear that a lot of people have a lot of fun whenever something new comes to Fortnite, but I don't play the game myself, so I can't really tell. It's a really popular game, though.
しかし今、僕たちの利害関係は一致している。海援城の全部隊の指揮権を僕に。天命のバルキリーの攻撃を阻止するには戦力が必要だ。
Otto's back?
わかってるわ。相互利益ね。頼んだわよ、博士。
Finally, you do something good, Kokolia.
まずは君の娘たちに君の手当てをしてもらうよ。あとは僕たちが何とかする。漁師の海の中は僕たちが予想していたよりもはるかにまずい状況かもしれない。
Like so far, like the only like real competitive games that I have grinded on. Stretching. It's like I'm stretching. Gosh, the only real like competitive games that I have actually played with like rank and everything, it's like League and Apex. I did a little bit of Guilty Gear, but the lobbies were always like sort of like empty, so not really that. I didn't really play it that much. So what is your gaming posture? I'm sitting straight on a very cheap like chair, and I am currently being enveloped by a blanket because it's cold inside the house, and I have a controller in my hands. Are you standing, sitting, or what, or like laying on the floor? Sitting on my chair. Returned peace. Teresa and Rosalía rescued Lilia after a titanic struggle. Schrödinger also saved Einstein, and the two professors arrived on the scene. The battle at the Eye of the Deep finally ended, but the war was far from over. Right. So this is how it ends for Teresa's side while she was protecting the Eye of the Deep for Buronia to come back. And it looks like the rest are just gonna be Buronia side, Buronia Seele side. Give me good upgrades. Oh, I have an office chair in my basement that I use, so fair. Yeah. It's sort of like that. It's more of like an outside chair for me instead of like an office chair. Of course, I'm thinking later on when I have like, when I'm able, maybe just like get an actual good ergonomic chair so that I don't get that tired when I'm like on my computer. So like it's much, so it's like better for me when I'm using the computer. What's the name of those popular chairs that everybody has been like talking about? Herman Miller? So you're PC? Yep, I'm 100% PC. Just the console games are just way too much commitment in terms of like the things that you have to get. You're pretty much getting another PC plus the games. And then later on, like a couple of years later, they just like get replaced for another PC and new games. So it's like I prefer to just have like my PC. I upgraded it a tad bit. It's not high end, but I think I can safely say that it's about medium to high, or at the very least it was medium to high a long time ago. The only thing that I'm missing is a GPU for my computer. That's like the only thing that I need to like an upgrade. Everything else is pretty good. Recently I changed the tower, I changed the power supply, I changed the... Oh, I think I need to change the motherboard. Yes, I need a new motherboard and probably a new processor with it. But my priority right now is probably a GPU. I think I've changed pretty much all of the parts of my computer. I used to have another one, but stuff started dying. Stuff started being like way too old to be able to for me to be able to play games. So it's like I think every part that my computer has at the moment has been changed by me. So I pretty much built it by myself. Honestly, once I'm making money, I may get one. I mostly play Fortnite, Genshin, and both of those are compatible with PC accounts. So yeah. I mean, the only thing is that you probably have to get used to mouse and keyboard unless you connect the controller to the to your PC, which is pretty easy. You just use a USB cord. One Seele or Rita battlesuit, at least one Mei or Jai Sakura battlesuit. Has ultimate once. As Sakura and Seele headed to the 33rd to floor 33, an unexpected figure showed up and blocked their way. Yeah, I just hooked it up to the PC low. I'm too lazy to learn mouse and keyboard. Alright, so I need her in order to be able to get the 3 stars. Who do I want to remove? I just remove Teddy and use Seele. Team gains 19% critical damage at above 80%. She makes the battle suits gain 23% elemental damage. I don't know how to use her, so I'm just gonna swap this. I mean, for some games it's just like way easier to play with controller, like this game. It's like action games. Kevin, way earlier, I said that there's like a very common denominator for like some of the suits for girls or for like female characters, which is the booba window. But I guess I should have said that there's a common denominator with with this game because they really like booba windows.
引くのじゃケビン。わらわは自分が何をしておるか分かっておる。
僕も分かっている。だから君を止めるんだ。さくら、取り返しがつかなくなる前にやめるんだ。
She doesn't really give me the feel of a villain. He's speaking like way too soft. He doesn't give me the same feel as like Otto or as Evil Welt.
君のしていることは人類を裏切ることと同じだよ。
人類を裏切る？リンは無実じゃ。あの子は何もしていない。勝手にあの子を危険だと決めつけ監禁するなぞ許さん。
リンの体内から特殊な崩壊エネルギー反応を検出した。紛れもなく彼女は第12律者だ。
She's the 12th Hersher.
崩壊エネルギー反応が何じゃ。何時もわらわも体に崩壊獣の因子が入っておる。しかしわらわたちは人類を守る融合戦士じゃ。リンには症状がない。彼女は力を制御できるのじゃ。人に危害を加えることはない。何時らがあの子の人生を奪うなど許さん。
さくら、気持ちはわかるよ。でも第11律者の力は皆の想像を超えていた。誰も厄災があんな形で降臨するとは思っていなかった。
So they're afraid of what the 12th Hersher might do when it is born. So they're just taking anyone that might have like a single like marking of becoming like a Hersher.
あれほどの損
I had
失
to
を
hear what it is.
二度も耐えることはできない。
The other should also suffer. Miss a chat? Since I had to hear what it is, I feel others should also suffer.
リンの状況は特殊だが、監視をしなければならないんだ。メイ博士の判断を信じてくれ。
Dr. May.
メイ博士は信頼できるが、火を追う側は信用ならんのじゃ。
I probably lost it in like the conversation, but I forgot what you mean by it. Tambalos? What is that? The Tambalos los? Los? I never doubted Dr. May, but I distrust the mother. She's
あの者どもが今までどういう目でわらわたちを見てきたか。ケビン、何時も分かっておるじゃろ。
Katie's back inside her bed.
わらわはどうなろうと構わん。だが、リンが奴らの手の内にいることだけは無視できぬ。そこを引くのじゃ。
It's a legend, I think. Never heard of it.
さくら、火を追う側には君の力が必要だ。僕たちには君が必要なんだよ。
I had to hear what it is, so you should as well, bro. What sort of legend is that?
君を傷つけたりはしない。けど、君をここから先に通すわけにもいかない。
ケビン、長い間共に戦ってきたんだ。
Just look it up later off stream. Oh, I see.
わらわの本当の能力を何時も一度も見たことがないじゃろ。
Sounds kind of suspicious, but okay. Her katana gave a sheen, while his greatsword erupted in flames. Time seemed to freeze. The silver-haired soldier walked slowly to his targets, with blazing sword in hand. 1 step, 2 steps, and then they disappeared. He turned around instinctively and saw that his targets were already behind him. They kept running without looking back. It was then when the alarm went off. Yeah, I think I'll do that. May.
どういうことだ。
追ってこなかったのは先ほどの警報のせいか。何があったかは分からぬが言ってくれてよかった。できるだけあの男とは正面衝突したくなかったのじゃ。
目的地に向かっています。
So the 12th Hersher did awaken within one of the kids inside the base.
桜お姉ちゃん、前。
ゾンビ？なぜここにゾンビが？
かくれんぼだよ。
Dang it. I hate it when it does this. There we go.
了解しました。
Perfect. I didn't even have to wait for the half bar for the reset.
一体何が？
どうしたの？何が？力を抑えられない。
Hmm?
どうした？ゼーレ。
やだ。
Eh?
助けて。ブローニャ、お姉ちゃん。
Too much is going on. Too much is going on. I can't get what's going on. Too much is going on. Eh? Seele is losing control of her powers instead of the Seal of Quanta? Like she's losing control of her powers again. And ere Hersher was born, Moth Warrior Kevin told Seele the reason behind Green's captivity. Hersher level readings were detected on the young girl. She was confirmed as the 12th Hersher, but oddly enough, this Hersher did not show any signs of malice or hatred towards humanity, and did not resist the mods when they captured her. Blinking flash. Seele thought the fight between Sakura and Kevin was inevitable, but Sakura threw her katana, and Seele was surprised to realize that they had reappeared before Kevin. She felt nothing at that instant. The next thing she knew was that she was dashing along the corridors with Sakura Dragon. Maybe the Mantis Warrior Sakura had secret powers that no one else knew about. How about you draw me some explanations about what just happened? Who's the Hersher that was born? Is it really like Rin? What's going on with Seele's power? Why is she losing control of her power? At least one Mayor Jai Sakura battlesuit, one ultimate, no more than 40 hits. The moon base was attacked by a zombie horde. The event affected Seele as well. So, whatever summoned the zombie horde, the Honkai zombie horde, was affecting Seele as well. Undying Shadows, Twilight. And I just gotta make sure that I have a Sakura's battlesuit in order to be able to get the star.
セーレ、みんなと一緒に戦います。
This is a new Seele. Seele?
欲しいのみんなは元気かな。
This isn't the same form that she had whenever Bronya fought against her. I mean, it looks like Bronya's form. Bronya's like evil form whenever she was getting controlled by Cocolia. Charging can be interrupted by quick frequent attacks. How quick are they supposed to be? Alright, that quick. Got her.
Seele! 目を覚ますのじゃ！ゼーレ！
さくら、お姉ちゃん。セーレを。
よい、ゼーレ。
汝が無事なら良いのじゃ。
ゼーレは何を。
We have absolutely no
汝
idea.
の体内の精魂に少し異常があった。先ほどの騒動と関係しているやもしれぬ。
Like the stage description said.
しかし、今はもう大丈夫じゃ。
ゼーレ、また暴走したんですね。
ゼーレ、力を持つことで自分を責める必要はない。いつかそれは汝の一部となるのじゃから。
でも、ゼーレはお姉ちゃんみたいに強くはありません。
No, 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 you're plenty strong. You're like my strongest Valkyrie, Seele. Seele drooped her head in frustration, but felt something warm. It was Sakura's soothing hand.
誰にでも守りたいものはある。それは強さとは関係がないことじゃ。
A second. Oh, doing well in time.
どんなに弱い人でも自分の大切な宝物を守ることはできる。ゼーレも何があっても失いたくない。何を犠牲にしてでも守りたい。そういう思いがあったのじゃろう。その瞬間、汝はこの世界で最も強い人じゃ。
桜お姉ちゃんはいつもこんな気持ちでリンを守っているんですか？
姉と妹、皆こういうものじゃろ。
ゼーレはずっとその言葉を心に刻みます。さっきは一体何が。
精魂が完全に制御を失ったのよ。私もその力を止められなかったわ。
But why? Why did the zombie outbreak make it so that she ended up losing control? It makes no sense. It currently makes no sense.
あなたがそんな風に怖がるなんて。ここには一体何があるの？
わからない。でも、身の毛もよだつほど恐ろしい何かがここにいる。
Is it the awakened 12th Hersher?
さっき急にとてつもない怒りと、そして悲しんでいる感情を感じたの。
Fury and sorrow.
この世界の泡、一体どうなってるのかな。
Sounds like someone's racing their car on the street. I hope he just doesn't crash into somebody. Stigma outburst. Seele was always fearful of the stigma she was born with, and this fear prevented her from mastering her innate powers. Every time she tried to use the powers, her stigma alter ego would take over her mind and body. But even the alter ego failed to control the stigma's outburst in this instance. An unknown force, like a demon whispering in her ears, quickly took over. Nice. Got one for Seele. So I guess we're truly not supposed to know much about this at the moment. One Seele Rita, one Meiya Sakura, Twilight, the Deep Abyss. After Seele regained her senses, the two girls continued their way to the 33rd floor, amidst the worsening zombie outbreak. When you're to their left. 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 5. So should be enough. Perfect.
ゼーレ、みんなと一緒に。
各位警戒せよ。ゾンビが地下31階へと侵入した。5秒後システムにより分離壁が起動する。非戦闘員は直ちに安全エリアに入り、怪我人との接触を避けるように。
ゾンビが増えてきているみたいです。
地下31階、33階と2つしか変わらぬ。もっと早く。
We'll have to get there before. Yeah, because probably whoever's like, I can move the camera. They probably don't care about the prisoners much. So if Rin is a prisoner and the substance are getting closer and closer to floor 33, then she'll probably end up getting attacked. Remember, do I have to use an ult? I do have to use an ult. Just a bit more, just a bit more. There we go. Perfect. Another one of the extra attacks just for funsies. Sorry, I went a bit AFK there, not that I have much to say, Will. Don't worry about it.
ゼーレ、自分の身を守るんじゃ。わらわはリンを探してくる。あの子を連れ戻ったら、ここを出るぞ。
Sakura dashed along the corridor. The intensifying alarm kept rattling her nerves.
もっと早く。リン、どこにおる？あった。769、767。リンの部屋はこの先じゃ。リン、助けに来たぞ。
The cell was unlocked. Sakura charged in, and there in the room, her eyes searched for a familiar face. We were too late. Of course we were too late. God. Nothing ever goes right in this bubble universes. World 1 has Joachim go through hell before rescuing him. World 2 has the entire thing about Otto. World 3 has evil Weld Yang and everybody from NT Entropy dying. Nothing ever goes right in these bubble universes. More zombies appeared as Sakura and Seele went deeper into the base. Though the mod who chases the flames may be the world's largest anti-Honkai organization, zombies had overrun its base. Sakura broke into a run. She was not expecting the nightmare that awaited her in the darkness. Still nothing that I can use. Dang it. Give me stuff for Seele. That's all I need. Note that cast ultimate skill this one time, take no more than 40 hits. Found and lost again. Weeping petals. I didn't tell me to use a specific character this time. That's rare. I thought I was going to be given a trial character instead. The air smelled of spilled blood. Sakura's eyes widened. The sight burned a mark in her memories. Seele muffled her mouth and tried hard to swallow that cruel word. But they still found a way to her shivering voice. The cuts and wounds testified the final moments of despair and terror of the young girl. Who would do such a diabolical thing? But it no longer mattered. Nothing was left in this space except for evidence of malice. Tap, tap. Footsteps approached. Monsters lurking in the dark stalked their prey. She's in shock. If only it had been faster.
彼女、何も聞こえてないわ。何を言っても無駄よ。
桜を 姉ちゃんには時間が必要なら、ゼーレが時間を作れ。
You're such a good girl, Seele. Gosh, seriously, that regen on kill on the bar is so good for Seele. I need to test my ultimate once. There we go. Ah, I did it a little bit early. That's fine, I guess, because I killed it. Perfect. Fiery flames come swirling in, reducing every zombie to dust that's scattered in the air. A silver-haired warrior stood in the heart of this firestorm. He's back! Kevin. Kevin's gaze swept across Seele and filled her heart with fear. But Seele was not his target. Having defeated every zombie, Kevin extinguished the firestorm. He walked up to the two girls.
Sakura.
She did not answer. Like her recently deceased sister, Sakura's heart was swallowed by the abyss. Shock, denial, rage, or tears. He thought about a million possibilities. But Sakura simply sat there, drowning in the nightmares of her reality and refusing to wake. He shook his head and connected to the comm channel.
メイ、ケビンだ。地下33階のゾンビは全て片付けた。
お疲れ様。他の階のゾンビも全て消滅したわ。律者本体に反応は？
異常はないよ。
まだ危機を脱したとは判断できないわ。観察を続けてちょうだい。応援ももうすぐ到着するわ。
わかった。
何をするんですか？桜お姉ちゃんを傷つけないで。
He did say that he didn't want to fight her.
彼女はただ無実の妹さんを守りたかっただけです。
第12律者の能力は死亡した瞬間に空気感染する侵食性ウイルスを大量に撒き散らすことだった。
Airborne virus or contagion.
僕たちの知らないうちに基地の軍人が勝手に彼女を殺し、それで律者を呼び起こしてしまった。このゾンビによる襲撃もその彼女が起こしたものだ。
So she really was the 12th Persher.
サクラは間違っている。リンは本物の律者だよ。サクラは自分の行動に責任を持たなければならない。
でもそれはリンの意思じゃないです。軍人たちが彼女を殺さなかったらこの悲劇だって起こらなかったはずです。
たとえ軍人たちを止めていたとしても、いずれ他の人が、他のことが彼女の命を奪っていた。リンが律者として選ばれた時から彼女の結末はもう決まっていたんだ。これが崩壊だよ。
Anger flashed in Kevin's eyes. The mantis clenched his fist tightly. He tried to speak calmly, but his quaking body betrayed his pain and fury.
ケビン、ケビン、聞こえる？律者はまだ消滅していないわ。
なんだって？
基地内のシステムがウイルスに攻撃されて、防御プログラムが完全にダウンしたの。いくつもの設備とロボットが支配されたわ。そして今、核ミサイルの支配権を奪おうとしているのよ。
Every facility and mech is under its control. It's now breaking into the launch system of our missile silos. The power of the 12th Persher manifested into the form of an airborne contagion. And in Japanese he mentioned it, he called it a virus. It's a virus that can infect human and machine alike?
もう少し待ってくれ。今行く。
第12律者は自我を持った究極
A sentient virus.
これが侵食の律者の
Her share of corruption. Nothing ever goes right in this damn bubble universes, man. Nothing ever goes right. Was that the Hersher? Was that just like a quarantine to just try to keep it away from anything else? Her voice froze the air. Sakura stood up and gazed at Kevin with her vacant eyes.
Sakura? 何をするつもりだ?
あの子に会いに行く。
Sakura.
バカか? 彼女はもう凛じゃないんだ。
This time I'm with Kevin. This time I'm with the villain. That isn't Rin anymore. She's like the 12th Hersher. She killed and turned everyone into like zombies, and now she's hacking into the base. Sakura. You might.
危険だから行くのじゃ。汝はわらわを止めない。そうじゃろ。凛はきっととても寂しがっているはずじゃ。あの子は寂しがり屋じゃからの。あの子にはわらわが必要じゃ。
Seele became silent. Sirens, gunfire, and explosions created a cacophony. Seele knew it was a one-way trip for Sakura, but she couldn't say no. She couldn't find any reason to stop her.
冗談はよせ。凛はもう死んだんだ。やめろ、さくら。
ゼーレ、すまない。
Swoosh. Sakura drew her blade and froze the space-time fabric. She granted herself a few seconds of serenity. She was the only one who could move freely in this world without light.
わらわたちの旅はここまでじゃ。
Our journey or our path here is over. Or it stops here. She whispered as she dashed past Seele.
ゼーレが姉君と再会すること、わらわは願っておる。
The strong will, the pride and the responsibilities of an older sister. First, let me gacha. Special. Her share of corruption. The warrior found the mangled corpse of her sister in a cell at the 33rd floor. Mud soldiers took matter into their hands and murdered the girl before Kevin could stop Sakura. No one knew what Rin went through, but when Rin died, her body erupted into a dense cloud of infectious virus that turned her murderers into zombies. Rin was the 12th, her share of corruption. Farewell. Just when everyone believed that the crisis was finally over, every electronic and mechanical system was suddenly infected as well. That innocent girl had turned into a vengeful Hersher who unleashed a contagion capable of controlling inanimate objects as well. Everyone believed so. Sorry. Everyone believed so, except for one girl. She disappeared in front of Kevin and said she would fight to restore her future that had died before her.
彼女は 言ってしまったよ。
彼女を助けないと危ないです。
いや、その必要はない。
ケビン、やったわ。律者が罠にはまった。遠隔プログラムのおかげで彼女をメインシステムに捉えることができた。あとは彼女を箱に封じる方法を考えるわ。ケビン、どうしたの？聞こえる？
ごめん、メイ。少し時間が欲しいんだ。野暮用ができた。
This is why Kevin didn't want her to go.
それと、セーレか。
Don't just forget to mention Kevin. She laid amidst the metal debris like a flower blooming in endless ruins. Treasure pendant had withered along with her.
桜お姉ちゃん、いや、嫌だ。
ケビン、ナンチは正しかった。
Still went.
メイが律者を封印したよ。最後、律者の活動に原因不明の乱れがあったと彼女は言っていた。その機会を彼女は見逃さなかった。
ああ、それでよい。リンと共に最後の一瞬を過ごせた。最後まであの子はわらわの妹じゃ。姉としての誇りを守れた。
君は最後まで後悔していない。それで十分だよ。
She seemed to smile as life ebbed from her eyes. Maybe she saw something that only she could see.
ケビン、一つ頼みがある。
Even though everybody else saw her as the 12th Versher, Sakura never stopped seeing her as her little sister.
うん。聞いてるよ。
ゼーレを、彼女を、わらわたちの故郷に連れて行ってくれ。桜の咲く広場に連れて行くと約束したんじゃ。
頑張ってみるよ。
お姉ちゃん。
ゼーレ、悲しむな。どうすることもできないことは少なからずあるのじゃ。しかし汝には守りたい相手がいる。汝とその者が共に桜の木の下に立つとき、この世界は相変わらず美しいと。汝の世界にはまだ希望があると気づくはずじゃ。
Even after all this happened, she could still say these words. Final embers of life left. The final embers of life left her eyes with her last words. The bubbles slowly extinguished with the life of a menace.
桜お姉ちゃん。桜お姉ちゃん。
Her gentle sobs faded into the darkness and left nothing but silence.
ヘクトールは王国が陥落することを知っていて、アキレウスも自分が死に向かっていることを理解した。
Hmm?
しかし、二人は後ろを振り返ることなく、戦場に向かった。この最初から悲劇だと決まっていた物語では、誰もそのことに迷ったり、動揺したりしていなかった。
Isn't this a little bit too abrupt of a change of emotions? So I need to clean myself. Welcome back, Jagger. Yep, you're probably not gonna be able to see many people here, even by the time that I get all the way to Genshin. But it's not fine to gatekeep. No parasocialism. You are forbidden from parasocialism. It's harder to clean my left side because that's the side the mic is on. Oh, my nose.
僕が目にしたのは何もないハイドだった。律者は地下の格納庫を掌握してミサイルを発射し、人類に残されたたった3つの都市を破壊した。
You came to me in a whimsical journey in the forest. Sounds like a dream. Maybe it's time for your meds, buddy. The Herrscher did break into the silos and destroy the 3 remaining human cities. So what, that was the end of that bubble universe? The Honkai triumphed over the over humanity and destroyed the 3 remaining human cities. I threw my mess away. Well, shit. Is it really parasocial if I'm your only viewer? I think in general it does turn into parasocialism. Probably. I can't remember the definition of parasocialism, but it might be. Maybe I'll look for the definition after the stream is over. And we can have a discussion tomorrow about that one. I will destroy you with facts and the power of anime. Also, why the fuck is his voice so goddamn good, man? I just can't. Whoever worked on giving these male characters in Honkai, like work on like the auditions or whatever, or found like the voice actors for their voices, is an absolute maniac, and I love that person. Whoever you are, you chose the absolute best people to do the job of the voices. I love Otto's voice, I love Welt's voice, and I love Kevin's voice. They're all so good, and their characters are good as well. Although I haven't really met much of Kevin yet. Just when a viewer or a fan, someone has a one-sided belief that they are friends or partners when the feelings are not reciprocated, essentially. Really? That's just it? But I think that we classify as at least buddies. I mean, I guess at least you're not going, whenever I like take a breath, it's just like, what the hell did those people say? It's always something like, yeah, they are with me, or some shit like that. That's the thing, like the full-on parasocialism guys do. Really, buddies is fair, but is it though? You'll never know. No death. Cast ultimate skill at least one time. Take no more than 40 hits. The serpent finally revealed himself as everything faded out of sight. Having traveled through countless bubble universes, Bronya finally found Seele. I finally get to use Bronya again. This was more of like a Seele chapter rather than the Bronya chapter. Actually, it even had more of Teresa than Bronya. Learn to like me since nobody else watches your content. No offense, I'm already offended. So Kevin is the serpent that Welt found. And he's also the boss of the world serpent. It's my memories and promises I failed to fulfill. In his world, humanity was destroyed by the Honkai. A roaring bite tore through the space-time fabric. The rider then maneuvered the vehicle between the two. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing with they're not too unhinged, because I know that there's like a lot of people that usually go into like this sort of like story-driven games, and they're always just like trying to like make some sort of like jokes or things like that. But I'm the kind that actually prefers to just like take in the story. So that's why I'm more sort of like calm, and that way I can take all the emotions or all the things that the developers or the writers were throwing into the game, just like, well, fully, while not like breaking sort of like the immersion. Like, a story feels the best when you're immersed in, you know? So he had only seen him in like the serpent form. Right, he is supposed to be only inside of the gem, and only Bronya is supposed to be able to hear him. American. I'm from the Americas. So I helped that girl and hoped that she would bring you to me. They didn't mention this when they met while he wasn't like in Honkai form. Well was just like screaming like, you want to defeat the Honkai? But Welt stopped him anyway. Technically, you totally have an accent. Yeah. Fuck, I'm not that well versed in ethnicality. Caucasian? Might be it? Probably? Maybe. Dark tide gushed through the fissures and covered the man, twisted like an amorphous monster. Energy gathered in Kevin's palm and condensed into an emerald light gem. He already has it. 1,500 years inside of the sea.
君たちが受け入れるかどうかは関係ない。僕は自分の責任を果たす。
So we get yet another male character turned into a villain. This guy. Oh, he died? Did it too early. But this thing didn't die. It disappears and it spawns the next enemy. Right on! That was fast. Oh. Sewer guns hover the area, ripping one shadows to threads. Yeah, I'm getting beat the hell up. I'm gonna hope that I am immortal in this state, or this is gonna end up in a failure, and it's gonna be kind of bad. Maybe I should hurry up with the dialogue. Bernie rode that rolling style of shadows and charged towards the silver-haired man, but her attack was foiled. Bronya?
膨大な負担をその身に抱え、ここへとやってきた。君の体はとっくに君の意志に追いつけなくなっているんだ。
Oh god, what is going on in the background? I knew that wasn't in for wealth. I know that from the second eruption manga that he has the power to materialize himself once again. Even if he's like sort of like dead. Walt pounced at the gem only to be knocked aside by an invisible force. The enemy remained motionless, but crushing blows rained down from all directions. Getting beat the hell up in the background. This is not the time for something comical like this to be happening. Also, they are way too loud. They're overpowering the voices. Curious enough, even though all of that happened, we still haven't found out what Kevin said to Welt that made him reject all of like his ideals. I'm still getting beat the hell up even on the CD. Please leave me alone. Please, I just want to listen to his voice, his beautiful crisp voice. True destiny of the pioneer. We get another word, another special word, the pioneer. And so, he escapes. Alright, I didn't take any damage in that entire thing. Thank God. There's nothing worse than dying in a cutscene and then having to actually do everything again. They gave me the new brony as well. World Serpent, he remembers. Memories of friends. The will he inherited. And a future he promised to me. None of it was fulfilled. Kevin Kas Lana, the hero of the previous era. and bearer of its final hopes, and the true leader of the world serpent. I think I'll save all my thoughts till I'm done with the chapter. Upgrade. Well, hidden within the Hersher core, instantly manifested his physical form and stopped Kevin's attack at the nick of time. Walt reconstituted himself in such a manner years ago. But the amount of time and energy spent was nothing compared to this moment. But the most shocking thing was Kevin's calmness upon seeing this. That's... yeah. I didn't notice it at the time, but he didn't like... he wasn't really like surprised by the fact that Walt came back. He was just like, eh. It was more like he was mocking him. Maybe? No, maybe not mocking, but he just like he knew he could do it. Kevin left the Sea of Quanta with the Town of Desire, generating a powerful energy wave that threatens to collapse this space. Yeah, I think I'll continue with these characters. Bronya without her suit, without the bike. Bronya was in pain. She tried to stand, but blood flowed out from her lips. It wasn't just the battle wounds. Her body was afflicted by something more fatal. The Hersher core was eating away at her from within. Welt. The huge rocks floating in the air suddenly shattered and collapsed, separating Welt from the two girls. The rocks tumbled, splintered, dissolved, and melted into the fathomless darkness. A figure suddenly appeared within this dark tide. Schrödinger. It's kind of strange. They don't have Schrödinger's name. Is it bugged? Might be bugged. He better make it out alive. After everything that he has gone through, after everything that he has done for humanity, he better make it out alive. I can't remember, do I need to ult? I hope I get enough energy to ult. Oh, I think I have enough with this, yeah. Alright, maybe I didn't need to ult. That kinda sucks. I wasted it. Oh, and the bar is bugged as well. Everything is going wrong. Everything's getting bugged. Oh god, I don't know how much of the bar I have left. I saw it flash. I think I'm just gonna have to look at whenever it flashes. There we go. Another flash. Oh, didn't flash. Flash because I killed the enemy. Everything's going wrong, and I wasted another one of my ults. Maybe I can still make it to the next part. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Do I really not have enough? I really don't have enough. There we go. Okay. I'm good. have to make sure, so I don't end up doing this stage again.
ここから出られます。セーレ、ブローニャは必ず約束を果たしますから。
分かってるよ、ブローニャお姉ちゃん。
God, I need to get back myself into like post. I'm like bending forward.
セーレはお姉ちゃんと一緒に帰る。もう二度と離れ離れにはならない。
約束します。
We have to go see the beach. You still have to give her a kiss. That's the promise.
ブローニャはあなたを漁師の海から出します。
Just way too many promises unfulfilled between the two of them. Plane of Big Red. Serpent could not be stopped. Kevin escaped the Sea of Quanta with the Gem of Desire. With Schrodinger's help, Einstein found the girls. They must now escape the rolling sea with their lives. One more stage. But first, gotcha. Nothing good. Surging, crushing, pouring, and roaring. Space groaned like a rolling sea that swallowed everything in sight. Another animation. Controller down. Is Bronya so weak that she can't even use Project Bunny? Project Bunny is not with her. Or did she lose Project Bunny when she lost the gem? Just like the Sakura part. The responsibilities of an elder sister to save the little sister. Ah, the blood. Huh? Shadow Seele.
気がおかしくなった。扉はもう開かないの。もう助けられないの。ブローニャお姉ちゃん、行かない。セーレは行かない。もういいのよ。
Seele.
海に行くって。
Hmm.
したのに。
The power of the stigma. She's losing control again? You can do it, Seele. You opened the door. All we have to do is get to Bronya. You can do it, Seele.
もう一人の私、セーレと一緒にずっと私たちを守ってくれたお姉ちゃんを助けに行こう。ほんと仕方ないわね。
Eh? After everything that happens with Shadow Celes, she at the end of the chapter, she just gets this absolute amazing scene where she looks that cool.
お姉ちゃん、お姉ちゃん、ブローニャお姉ちゃん。
セーレなのですか？
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、もう二度と離れ離れにはならないから。
Ah, they just keep getting better and better. What can I say? I mean, it's still at the point in time where the sort of like the resolution quality was still sort of like bad because it was still on the phone, most likely, or like the main development was like on the phone. Man, how old ago? How old is this animation? The music, the drop, everything is just so good. Like every single one of these like songs has like this little like moment where it just has like this like amazing like drop. It is just so good. The and then there's also like the Shadow Celes. Shadow Celes is usually being seen like as the someone that's more like a villainous character in the entirety of chapter 11, chapter 12, or well, more in chapter 12. She doesn't actually have like this villain character, but in chapter 11 she does have like this villain character. Or you think that she's actually gonna end up betraying like Seele in like some sort of way, or not betraying Seele, but it's just like willing to do anything to actually just like keep herself safe. But she seems like a way more caring like this like whole chapter, especially on the part when Seele starts losing like her own abilities, and she starts losing control of the stigma, and she mentions like I couldn't even keep control of it myself. But at the same time, it's just like I don't really understand what this like Shadow Seele wants to like do. Like in the sewer waters, Shadow Seele is trying to help normal Seele, and then there's like this. Where is it? Every time she tried to use the powers, her stigma alter ego would take over her mind and body, which makes it seem like the this alter ego, this Shadow Seele, is actually sort of like evil, and wants to like take over her body. But then there's this. But even the alter ego failed to control the stigma's outburst in this instance. I think on when I was doing the other chapter, there was someone that told me something about the Shadow Seele. The Shadow Seele is not like evil either. I mean, what can I even think? Oh, right. On another one of my streams, somebody else also said that there's no actual evil in this game. Like no one is like truly evil. Maybe Kukuli is truly evil. No, Kukuli is not truly evil. Like she has like some sort of like intentions, but it seems like she just went far too much into like the wrong path, as she has shown in like every single damn chapter. It makes me hate her more and more and more and more. Everything that she's doing. She even tried to like get like this whole like I'm gonna sacrifice myself for you girls with Rosa and Teresa in one of like the stages, but she's still like doing everything the wrong way. I don't know what to think. There's too much going on. I should just wait until I'm done with the chapter first. At least one Bronya battlesuit, at least one Seele battlesuit. Bronya heard a familiar voice in the darkness. Last one. Bronya and Seele. Here we go. Perfect. You did it, Seele.
セーレ、ここはどこですか?
You know, another thing that I noticed is that when we were in like the bubble universe of Kevin, and we were talking with like with Sakura, Sakura mentioned to her like you can use this power, or like this power is more like a blessing, and you'll be able to use this power correctly or something of the sort. And this power is important. You'll be able to use it when you have to protect your family or someone important. And maybe that was like the catalyst for Seele to be able to use her power uh, in order to bring back Bronia and save her, even though she wanted to sacrifice herself for Seele. But I'm glad. Like, I mean, it would have been an absolute like shame. It would have felt like absolutely terrible if the entire thing that happened was just like Bronya and Seele switching like sides. Now Bronya would have been like stuck inside of like the Seal Quanta, while Seele was gonna be stuck in, well, not stuck. It's gonna be back into like the real world, and she was gonna need like to find a way in order to bring back Bronya from the Seal Quanta. Mhm. Because also Bronya was like completely weakened at the last like part because of Kevin taking away the gem. And Kevin also mentioned like you have been going through too many like bubble universes. You're fatigued. You're exhausted. You no longer have the power to even like go against me. What's curious as well is that Kevin as the serpent didn't also like choose, even though both Welt, Bronia, and Seele were like no match for him. He didn't decide to like kill them. He just left for the real world and sort of just like ended up collapsing the bubble universe that he was in. Oh, I'm hungry.
ここは現実だよ。
Thinking is burning too many calories.
現実。
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、戻ってこれたんだよ。
セーレ。
Bam.
ブローニャ、大丈
The door was kicked open and an excited Rosa leapt into the room. She flung herself at Bronia and embraced her with all her strength.
このバカ、勝手に漁師の海に入るんじゃないわよ。心配しちゃうじゃない。ブローニャお姉ちゃん。あ、ブローニャどうしたの？やっぱりひどい怪我なの？
More like you're hurting her.
バカロザリア、ブローニャが押しつぶされるよ。
みんな元気そうで安心したよ。
Einstein, we still don't know what happened to Welt. An angry Einstein walked in and tried to set the crooked door upright.
ゼーレ、この二人を連れて少し離れてくれるかい？ブローニャと二人で話がしたいんだ。それに、彼女には静かに休める環境が必要だよ。
ロザリア、リリア、行こう。ブローニャ、ちゃんと休んでね。また来るわ。ロザリアは来なくていいよ。
I think Lilia is my favorite still. Peace returned to the room after Seele and Lilia dragged a reluctant Rosalia
ブロ
away.
ーニャ、きっと聞きたいことがたくさんあると思う。
And so am I.
博士、あの後何があったんですか？ブローニャの記憶は漁師の海を出たところまでしかありません。
ゼーレが君を助け、
うん
君を現実に連れ戻した。その後、僕たちは襲ってきた天命部隊を撃退したんだ。一段落ついた。今ここは安全だ。
では、ヘビは逃げましたか？
デザイアジェムの力を使って、奴は逃げたよ。その位置は見当もつかないが、おそらく彼はもう現実に来ていると思う。
So we have a new enemy. So far, we had Otto as an enemy, Cocolia as an enemy. Wait, no, I guess he's part of like World Serpent. So now we still have like 3 enemies, but World Serpent has become stronger now that the Serpent is out.
すみません。
It's not your fault, Bronia.
どうして謝る？
ブローニャは止められませんでした。ブローニャは何もできませんでした。
You did well, Bronia. You managed to save Seele.
自分を責めるな。君のせいではない。 力の差があまりにもありすぎた。彼がデザイアジェムを手に入れた時から結末は決まっていたんだ。ベルトもカカリアも、そして僕も責任を背負わなければならない。でも君はいいんだ。君はベルトとゼーレを助けた。
Hmm.
生きて帰ってこられたんだ。それこそが一番大切なことだ。
Well, it's fine.
ありがとう、ブローニャ。
ベルトさんは生きているんですか？
ああ、君のおかげで命は助かったよ。
では、カカリアお母様は？
彼女は僕たちに拘束されている。
うん
敵との密通、機密情報の漏洩、組織メンバーに危害を加えた上に、勝手に不法な実験を行い、
She really is
そ
the
して
worst
た
of
く
the
さんの
worst.
人を犠牲にした。カカリアは、この数年間してきたことの責任を背負わなければならない。彼女自身も、それに同意している。
Good. She knows what she did.
ハイペリオンがソルトレイクの基地に着くまでもう少し時間がある。まだ彼女には会えるよ。
カカリアお母様。
ブローニャ、無事なのね。嬉しいわ。
彼らはお母様をどうするつもりですか？
アインシュタインがいろいろ話したよね。知らないわ。考える必要もない。敗者の考えることは誰も気にしないもの。
ブローニャは気になります。
安心して、ひどいことはされないわ。こういう非常事態に誰も裏切り者に時間と精神を費やしたくないもの。
I'm not very happy to hear her be so calm about this.
もしかしたら罪滅ぼしに手柄を立てるチャンスを与えてくれるかもしれないわ。
It's almost like just not even thinking about what she did at
で
all.
もその間孤児院のことは頼むわ。
ブローニャが孤児院のみんなを守ります。
いいえ、ブローニャ、あなただけじゃないわ。あなたたちよ。ロザリアとリリアは優しい心の持ち主で、みんなを笑顔にすることばかり考えるけど、彼女たちは未熟で多くのことを理解していない。ゼーレは面倒見がよく器量がいいけど、気が弱くて自分の考えを貫けない一面がある。
At the very least, with Rosa and Lily, they're sort of like balance themselves out. Rosa being like the energetic one. She has like the brawn, and Lily's the brain. She's calm and collected. But also, Seele has been stuck inside of the seal quantum for way too long. She probably needs like a lot of help to like get herself used to the real world. She can be weak and indecisive at times, but she's actually like really strong, insanely strong because of the power of her stigma.
そしてあなたは全てを自分の責任だと考えすぎている。あなたはいつも一人で背負おうとする。ずっと前だけを見ていて、そばにいる人たちのことを忘れてしまうの。彼女たちはあなたのことが大好きだから、あなたに追いつこうと必死だったわ。あなたにはみんなを団結させる力がある。だから、たまに振り向いて彼女たちのことも見てほしい。
Probably the most mother-like thing that she has said in the entire game so far.
みんなが一緒にいるところがあなたの家だから。
Home is where everyone is around.
お母様、そのような言葉は今まで言われたことがありませんでした。どうして？
そう。今まで私はあなたたちに言ってなかったのね。どうしてでしょうね。
I wonder why. She was way too preoccupied with like all her experiments and all her conspiracies.
わからないわ、本当に。
She never really became a mother or like a true mother.
この数十年、いろんなことをしてきた。 その中には過ちもたくさんある。後悔していないと言えば嘘になるわ。でも一つだけ後悔していないことがあるのよ。それは2012年の春、シベリアの雪原であなたを連れ帰ったことよ。ブローニャ、あなたは私の誇りよ。
At the very least, she mentions that she regrets and she's like not proud of the things that she has done. I do wish she'd repent more about all of the things that she did. She really did a lot of things. All of them evil, all of them bad.
ベルトさん、ブローニャはその意図がよくわかりません。
君が持っていた方がよりその力を発揮できるという意味だ。
The black core hovered above Welt's palm and illuminated Bronia's face with its gentle glow.
律者コアは名手になる必須条件ではない。力は才能のある人に渡すべきだ。
He's giving the Hersher's core to Bronia, just like Joyce gave it to him. Welt still wore plenty of bandages beneath her shirt. Bronia saw Dr. Einstein talking with him at the medical bay, but didn't know what they talked about.
どうしてブローニャなのですか？もっと適した人がいるかもしれません。
ヨアヒムが君を選んだから。
You? So you?
漁師の海で君は自分を証明した。
でもブローニャは負けました。
負けたかどうかは失敗をどう理解するかだ。俺にとって自我さえ守れたらそれは負けではないんだ。今すぐ答えなくていい。もう少し考えてほしい。一番大切なのは君自身の考えだから。受け入れてくれるなら俺はこのコアの使い方を君に教えるよ。
わかりました。ありがとうございます、ベルトさん。
ブローニャお姉ちゃん。
Glad to know that he's gonna become an ally.
君の仲間が君を呼んでいるようだ。また今度話そう。ではブローニャ、君の道はまだ始まったばかりだ。
ブローニャ、ベルトと何を話してたの？
Just work stuff.
まさかブローニャを次期名手にするとか？ブローニャ姉さんもベルトの名を受け継ぐの？ベルト在地区。男の名前じゃない。
Wait, isn't that the other way around? Isn't Welt the last name? Oh, no. Welt Joyce, Welt Yang. Yeah, it's the first name.
何を妄想しているんですか？そんなことはありません。ブローニャの名前は変わりません。ブローニャはブローニャですから。
名手になったブローニャと一緒にいればたくさん食べてたくさん遊べると思って喜んだのに。
Just like a little kid.
そういえば私とリリアはこれからテレサちゃんについていくわ。テレサちゃんが崩壊獣の力を制御する方法を教えてくれるの。才能があるからあとは専門的な訓練を受ければいいって褒めてくれた。断ろうと思ったけどハイペリオンのお菓子があまりにも美味しいから。
Only thinking with your stomach, little Rosa. So we get Bronia, who goes under the wing of Welt, and Teresa takes Rosa and Lilia under her wing.
砂糖とクリームがたくさん入ったケーキを初めて食べたわ。ブローニャお姉ちゃん、ゼーレも一緒にハイペリオンに乗るよ。
And we also get a headset into the Hyperion.
アインシュタイン博士がゼーレの成婚が気になるからもう少し観察したいって言ってね。それもいいなって思ったの。これからゼーレはブローニャお姉ちゃんと一緒にいられるよ。
Although she doesn't get someone to teach her combat. Not like Teresa. Teresa knows about combat And Walt also knows about combat, but Einstein is just a scientist.
ゼーレが早くなれることができるようブローニャも協力します。
孤児院の子たちは博士が引き取ってくれることになったの。しばらくはソルトレークの基地にいるみたい。あそこなら安全だって。もう少ししたら私もロザリアも手伝いに行く予定。ただシンマールは、あいつがいないと正直寂しくなるわね。
I think we'd rather not have her, though. With the things that she did in the sewer waters. The rising sun coated the peaceful sea with a splendid sheen, posting a picture of serenity and tranquility. But they shall not forget the eventful night in the enraged sea. A night of reunion, farewell, departure, and return. Everything happened in the wink of an eye, and didn't even leave the slightest trace.
いろいろあって、ネゲントロピーも聖フレイヤもこれから忙しくなると思うけど、大人ばかりを頼ってられないもん。私たちも頑張らなきゃ。未来はどんな風になるんだろう。まだ遠い先のことだけど、すぐ近くまで来ている気もする。
未来は子供たちのものだとテレサ学園長はそう言っていました。明日が良くなると子供たちが信じなければ皆の期待する未来がやってこないとも。これは彼女が聖フレイヤ学園を作った理由でもあります。
テレサちゃんは難しいことばかり言うわね。本当に私たちと同年代なのかしら。
About that, Rosa. She's like probably double, maybe even triple your age.
おそらく同じではないと思います。
She doesn't even know.
でもその意味はわかるわ。未来は私たちが作る。そうよね。でも今日は思いっきり遊びましょう。明日また頑張ればいいわ。ロザリア。やっぱり。何して遊ぼうかしら。ブローニャが決めて。
We're at the beach.
今日は4人もいますからかくれんぼにしましょう。
And just like that, Bronya manages to fulfill both of her promises. And the orphanage girls end up reunited. It's a happy ending. Oh, stretch. They said they were fake. They said that that never happened, that all of the endings would end up being sad and terrible and painful. But we finally get it a happy ending. Oh, and they don't lock me out of the ending either. Thank you, Hoyoverse. Thank you. Ah. I think I'm way happier of not getting locked out of the ending more than anything else. The last chapter was absolutely terrible, having to just like wait until the next stream in order to be able to what do you call it, to do the last story. This was painful as hell. Something new. Oh, this one. Doesn't look like it has a movie. Yeah, it doesn't have a movie like the other one. So maybe these truly are EX stages. Might just do them later for like a bit of like results. But that's it. Chapter 12. Plane of Bigrid. It's finally over. This truly was mostly a Bronya arc with a little bit of Kiana and a little bit of Seele. And so much happened. So much ended up happening in the entirety of the chapter. Bronya gets the first Herrscher score on the last chapter, and by the end of the chapter, Welt ends up giving the Herrscher core to Bronya. So now Bronya has a bike permanently. So that's good, I guess. She doesn't have a driver's license though, so that might pose a problem later on. We also get like an extra story right here. It's just like it feels like we jump a lot on in this chapter. We start off with Bronya trying to look for Seele and looking for a way to stop the serpent from getting out. Then we jump onto Seele because Seele has apparently been thrown into a bubble universe by the serpent, and this bubble universe has like a Sakura, a Yae Sakura, and she's trying to like look for her sister because her sister was marked as people think that she might become the next Herrscher, which then she becomes the next Herrscher because somebody decides to kill her. It's like not even nicely. I think they mentioned like at one point it's just like when they describe the body, they describe the body as being like mangled. So it's like she suffers in death. We have like a couple of like chapters where like Teresa actually goes into the stage 4 her battle suit, and we still don't know about stage 5, the apocalypse or the apocalyptic level. And so they basically just like triumph on their side and continue to wait for Bronya to come out of the seal font. And then we go back into like the Sakura. We meet the serpent, who's posing as like Kevin Castellana, as we end up finding out here. Kevin Castellana, the hero of the previous era. It's not a like big deal. They're talking about the previous era again. There's a lot of things that have been happening in all of the chapters where they start just like throwing out like little bits of like what previous era and what the previous era was. There's like a big part in like the Second Eruption manga that they also talk about the previous era as being like a world where they actually lost against the Honkai, and it seems like I don't know how to entirely end up linking both of these things. It's like Kevin Castellana and this like bubble universe with the entire the history of the previous era. And then of course we get another like amazing animation at the end. This one is more like a happy animation, even though it's like sort of like sad in the middle. Shadow Seele fights together with like normal Seele in order to be able to save Bronya. But I have to say like that spot where Shadow Seele like looks back and then it just like focuses on her face, but her like eyes are like completely dark, and she gives she gives like this like evil smile, and she just goes like like those words, because I'm not entirely sure how to actually say those words in Japanese. It's great, and then immediately just goes into like the darkness, then boom, and like an explosion, and then the drop hits for the song. It's perfect. It's absolute perfection. And then we get like a truly happy end, a true happy ending. Cocolia gets arrested so she can no longer do whatever the hell she wants and bring more pain to our main characters, as she has been doing in the entirety of the damn series. They're able to defend the deep from Shiksal. Welt is back. Rosalie and Rosandili are fine and good, and they're together. Seele is back in the real world. Bronya gets like her new powers permanently, which is the bike. So much going on, and I guess next is Kiana and Rita. I'm surprised to be seeing Rita here. Oh, right, because Otto is looking for Kiana together with like Rita. So it's not much of a surprise that they're gonna have to like end up like meeting up with each other. Surprisingly, this Kiana right here isn't showing like her new suit, but she is showing her new suit here. So I wonder if this is another one of those where it's just like on the like little like month gap. No, it can't be in the month gap because Rita's there, and they only find out about Kiana's whereabouts after the whole deal with Grey Serpent and the Ningyo. Is there a manga that I need to read here? I do need to read two mangas. The manga of the World Serpent and the one about the London holiday. This lovely day, Durandra and Rita both come to London. It's a coincidence because they didn't plan to go together, but they will accept new missions or have much fun on a holiday. You're finding max battle pass on Genshin sleep time? Nice. Yeah, I'm japping. I mean, it's the end of the stream, so I'm just like sort of like getting recollecting all my thoughts and all of the things that are going, so that I'm able to go into like the next chapters full like understanding. And maybe somebody else watches this later on and he sees something that's just like, maybe he didn't pick up on this and he's actually wrong about this, or maybe something like that. They can just like tell me later. That's pretty much the deal of it. And I mean, well, like I mentioned before, it's just like I really like this like stories where they have like a bunch of like information like that on their main story, and they have like all these like information they're also giving you from like another place and blah 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 blah, and it's just like, I just enjoy it in general. But it is almost 2 p.m. the time that I usually stop, and I managed to actually finish the chapter in time. Ooh, new AI. But I wonder how long this one's gonna be. It's longer than 14, it's 15. If there isn't too much and like in the middle of the chapters of them talking, I might be able to finish this in one stream as well. So yeah, so far it looks like I'm just gonna have to end up doing one chapter per stream. Seems like that is gonna be the deal. Over 40 chapters to do. It's a lot. There's a lot of things that I need to do. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for today. I had a lot of fun with Bronya and Seele. There is something missing. There is a very specific promise that has not been fulfilled, and it's Bronya has not given a kiss back to Seele. So she didn't fulfill all of her promises. And I shall wait for it. Where they have the absolute highest Yuri power in the entire game, because not even Kiana and Mei are able to do that. Hey, kitty. Yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming next. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna wait until like next week to start like the next chapter. I gotta think about it. Might take a rest, might not take a rest. I've been sort of like feeling the grind coming back to me. When I saw the stream, I've been going on like Twitch and watching like other people, other like Vtubers, people maybe that I can just like mingle with, have fun with, and some of them just like play like this. They do like grinds for like competitive games. Like I've seen some play Fortnite, I've seen some play like Valorant, I've seen some play like Apex. Thanks, Aaron. And I've seen some even play League. And they've been playing like ranked and stuff like that, and so like it reminds me of like my past times, my golden days, my golden years when I was just also like in school, and I just like had like a lot of time to be able to like work on that grind, especially when it was like the time of like COVID, because it was like at home school. I'm here, May. I'm just japping. Don't worry about it. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm still not done with her affection. What was I saying? All right. I still remember like those like golden years that I had where I was just going for like all of that grind. Like I went and I played at first. I like the idea of just like getting better on the games. It makes me feel really good. and to be able to just pull off like really good plays, it just like it raises my ego a lot, and it feels like really good. Like I remember when I managed to get like some pretty high rank on like League. I got to like Diamond 1, and I was so surprised that I was able to get it to Diamond 1 because of whatchamacallit. Because it was when I was studying away from home. So I was living in a very, very, very terrible house that had terrible internet, and I kept disconnecting from games, and I kept losing like points or not getting points from liver penalties, which really sucked. But I still managed to get to Diamond. And then I also like played what was it, Apex? That one's like way, way, way more recent. And I even did like that one challenge that a lot of like streamers like to do, which is just to get to like master rank by themselves, solo master. And I managed to complete it. But the thing about the grind is that it takes a lot of time, and I'm really, really rusty with the games. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with that. When I got my first Call of Duty nuke, I went insane, Lamau. On which Call of Duty was it though? Is it on the newest Call of Duty? Because I remember everybody was going insane about Call of Duty nukes back on Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was my first Call of Duty, by the way. I really like that game. I miss it. I miss the old classic Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Even though the game was absolutely broken and imbalanced as absolute hell. It was absolute terrible balancing. Everything was bad. Things were like way too insanely OP and stuff like that. It's just like nothing was good. That game wasn't okay. It wasn't 2017, 18 when Infinite Warfare had a player base. Wasn't that the one that didn't actually get too many players? Infinite Warfare and whatchamacallit, and Ghost were like two games that didn't have two Call of Duties that didn't have much player base. I think so. That was like around the time where I started distancing myself from like Call of Duty. I mean, the Call of Duty community is really toxic. I know people have been saying like, oh, League of Legends like community is like really toxic and stuff like that, but Call of Duty I think is like another breed of toxicity. You cannot get into a lobby without some freaking racial slur just getting thrown out of nowhere. If somebody doesn't like you, you're just getting racial slurred. That's the end of it. Or they're saying something about your mother. Yeah, I had a lot of players in the beginning, but quickly fell off. Infinite Warfare did zombies so well. Oh, I do remember zombies. This was like my favorite mode, Black Ops 2 zombies, because they had like the Easter eggs. I remember going in with like a bunch of my friends and just like trying to like race to finish the Easter egg. Although it's probably not much of a race because by the time that it was released, most of the steps were already like figured out. Director's Scott was amazing. Didn't know it had a Director's Scott. But yeah. I'm feeling the grind. I'm feeling it coming back to me. But although the grind is nice, I don't know if I want to get myself through the frustration of like playing solo or like playing for like getting to a really, really high rank. I definitely do not think that I can actually go whatchamacallit, too far nowadays because I'm way too rusty. I haven't played Apex Legends in like years. And even though choke with a bit of can. I got it. Huh? I'm losing my voice? Oh no, it looks like I'm losing a little bit of my voice. Maybe I've been speaking too much. Uh-oh. Maybe I will need some rest. There we go. I'm better now. And even though I've been playing like some of like League sort of like daily, just doing like the daily stuff, I haven't really like gotten full on rusty on it. But I'm not too sure about like the meta. For Apex as well, I'm not sure about the meta. It's been a really, really long time since I played. When you did the Easter that you got Perkaholic and got 25k every round, you started after that if you chose to put that option on. Ooh. I didn't know about that one. I don't think the Call of Duties that I play had that option. But it's still fine. I like farming. I like the finding all like this like specially made like routes and how you're supposed to like fight the enemies. Oh, there was like a time where it's just like me and my friends were just like counting down how to be like as mid-max as much as possible the first couple of like enemies, where you just shoot them like 4 times and then knife them in order to be able to get like 400 points and then the knife kill points. It used to be like that in like there used to be like in-game micro celebrity. I was so good at all their Fortnite, and then quickly became it sort of happens. It sort of happens. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here because I'm getting hungry, and it's 8 minutes before it's actually 2 p.m. So it's perfect timing to actually end. I'm hungry, and then I'll see what to do tomorrow. If I'm just gonna just play some like other game off stream or something like that. I really want to be able to actually meet other people that actually play the same games that I play, and maybe collab or something of the sort. Maybe show them my skills, because some of the people that I've seen are sort of like stuck in like silver in Apex or stuff like that, and it's just like, this is my time to shine. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Yeah, you too, Aaron. Thanks for coming by. You little parasocial monster. Take your meds. Don't forget to take your meds, Aaron. Bye bye.